And we are live. Oh look, there's 3 people. 3 people there.
They're just waiting though. They might not come in.
Oh, they're waiting.
They will wait.
Hello! Hello everybody! Hello! This is wifey person.
I'm not allowed to talk. He doesn't let me talk.
Oh, such lies. Such lies. I can assure you it's the other way around. How are we all? Welcome to the stream. So this was a random idea, wasn't it, I suppose?
I think people asked for it, didn't they?
Did they?
I thought people wanted... I'm sure there was people saying they wanted me in a stream, because I walked past and swore a lot.
Ah, yes. Oh, that's a common occurrence in this house. So yeah, we thought we'd do a stream together and see about how it went and have a little chat about things. A good chance for you guys to speak to the wife as well. And, you know, she's not virtual reality, she's quite real.
Oh, there goes. You weren't actually even touching me. That did not help your case. Hovering.
Yeah, hovering. She's real, look. Real. Yeah, so we sort of... Well, hello, Evil Bobbins. How are you? I don't know who you are. Yeah.
I believe we're on their big screen, like their TV in the living room.
Well,
judging by the message I quickly glanced at.
This is the largest my head will ever be on your television. So, yes. So, stream with the wife. G'day, Danger Man. G'day, Zell. How are you? It's good to have you here. And I believe that's rock out, not live long and prosper. God is in the room. Ah, God's in the room. God's in the chat. God's in the room.
Gotcha. Hi, God.
So, yes, how long have we been married now, dear? Ding, 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 ding,
Fuck off.
ding, ding.
7 years.
Just watch the language. 30 minutes into the stream. 30 years? No. What are we on? Year 7? 7 years. 7 years we've been married now.
We never know.
We just lose track of everything. We are so hopeless with our own anniversaries. It's absolutely insane. And
see, there's a thing in the way I can't read these.
I'll move the microphone very carefully. Can you read them now?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. And yes, so we have been together for 7 years.
I didn't like it.
It is being a bit of a douche. We've got sound problems, people. Sound problems.
Move it back.
It's not that.
No.
It's not that.
It's going wrong. It always goes wrong when we're both involved.
We're like the gruesome two.
God will testify to this, that
Yes.
it just always goes wrong.
Yes.
Everything and everything.
Everything just goes wrong.
Don't mean, no, that wasn't what I meant.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, married 7 years, and we do share some interests, don't we?
A few.
We can safely say that we do sit and watch shows together, but then we do sit and watch shows apart as well.
I think some of them are more Stockholm Syndrome based, though. Like, you have to like it because I put it on all the time.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's just there, so you start naturally generating an interest for the characters, and you go, okay, so who's that then? And you go, wasn't he the person in the previous episode, or 2 episodes, or 5 episodes ago? Why do I remember this?
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, okay, thanks for that. Yeah, and we do, like I said, we do have shows that we don't really share an interest in at all.
Last of Us.
Yes, I had to watch The Last of Us on my own. Why did I have to watch The Last of Us on my own, dear?
I don't even like watching the game.
No, you shouldn't like watching the game. It's way too realistic for Paige. Way too realistic. Yo-ho, Debs, it's very true.
I think that was the bit where if it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Oh, always.
I think.
Always. I'm just going to turn it down. That might be it. There you go. That's turned down. Yeah, so we've... you didn't watch The Last of Us.
No.
And I don't tend to watch a lot of shows that you do. But when we do spend time together, we watch a lot of sinful television. Which, you know...
That sounds really dirty.
Not that kind of sinful television. We're past that. we're just old now.
Yeah. Poor kids, and we're just old.
Yeah. We're tired. Yeah. Paige, disappointed. Last of Us is a great game.
It's actually Pa, not Paige.
Pa.
And Pa, remember?
Pa. Yeah, you want Pa. Yeah, it is a good game.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a
it's-
beautiful game, like with the graphics, and that. But no. Same as I don't watch like these disaster films that,
No.
whatever they're called. I don't, like
She
2012
hates-
or something.
Yeah, 2012 and
like,
Volcano.
Oh, you don't want me to swear when you're going to mention Volcano. I was traumatised as a child because a geography teacher put on Volcano. I was about 12. But no, I can't cope if it's slightly realistic. Can't do it because I just start imagining what I'd do with the kids and the.
Yeah, disaster films, not my Mrs. Cup of Tea. But to be fair, the way they're going, they're not my cup of tea now. A lot of the old disaster films were really good. 2012 was pretty good. I liked 2012; it was good. But you'd also have things like Daylight, which you haven't seen, have you? You're not seen
I
Daylight.
think so. I have watched Bambi though.
Bambi disaster film you'd watch.
Emma watched
Bambi.
that the other year, like last year. A friend made her
Did she?
watch it. I'm so glad it was a friend and not me.
God, no wonder she gets upset. Really.
Imagine the live remake of Bambi. Like, how realistic are we going to get here?
Pretty gruesome, I'd imagine.
But
It's
it's Disney. You have
Yeah,
you
but-
can't show real blood. You can show a bit of fake blood. But
You
can
can't
show
say
real blood?
it anymore. You cannot say, "Oh, it's Disney."
No,
It's Disney because they just keep pushing everything,
True.
and
There are certain limits.
well, I suppose
Like in an animated, you don't really see the blood, the gore.
no. I
I don't watch enough of the live actions to know if they do or don't.
No,
Someone let me know. Do we see blood and gore in any of them?
I doubt it.
And I agree. Live remakes shouldn't happen.
There you go.
Unless there's a really hot man in them.
Yeah, just not impressed. It's a hot man. A hot man is all I
I'm
need.
dreading if they make Nightmare Before Christmas into
Oh,
a
please
live
don't.
action
Please
remake.
don't.
Oh no, just no. It's just not doable.
Just leave it.
And I know many people out there want it. You cannot make Jack Skellington. You cannot make Sally.
Well, who would you cast? If they were to, and they said Paige, our saviour. Who are we going to cast in Nightmare Before Christmas?
I haven't got a clue.
And
Because
it can't be
I cannot
Johnny
think of
Depp.
anyone. I mean, it cannot be Johnny Depp.
No, it
Sorry I love Johnny Depp. I really do.
Yeah, she does. She really
But
does.
he is now way too old to play Jack.
Yeah. Remakes in
And,
general, yeah.
like, I don't know. Maybe he could be a background character.
And maybe.
But, one of the vampires or something. But you'd have to have him and Alice Cooper and Tom Perry, and they can be the three vampires.
Yeah, I suppose that'd work. Yeah. But I don't know who I'd cast in either of those roles.
No, but you can't do it.
No.
I just don't want to do
it was
it.
claymation. It was decent as it was.
I mean,
why touch it?
they could do the Pumpkin Queen, not as a live action. You don't know what the Pumpkin Queen is, do you?
It's a book.
Okay, you bought it me.
Yes, I did.
To be fair, Deb, do you still have... Did I lend you the book? Because I wanted to give it to Alex to read. But yeah, you could make that as long as you did it in the same style of the first one.
Mm.
Because it is a cool
Don't worry about
backstory and I will not ruin.
No
No
spoilers.
spoilers, no spoilers. But you could do that, but you'd have to do it the same way. No live action.
Yeah, I don't think that. Trouble is with a lot of things. She still has your book.
No, the one above. She wants it.
Yes, make that happen.
Hold on, which one are we on about? The live action or the Pumpkin Queen?
Oh, I think she's on about the Pumpkin Queen. She wouldn't want a live action remake of Nightmare Before Christmas, would she?
No, I don't know.
Would she?
I'm not sure.
How mad is she?
Very.
She's quite mad. No, stop with the remakes altogether. Just pack it in. It doesn't need to be done.
Worst one is they want to remake Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
And-
sinful. Again, very, 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 very sinful.
I've never protested in my life. I will protest. Like, I could do the hunger strike and, and such, but no, they cannot remake that. Is still, that was, the pinnacle of, film, I think, and then after that things started to deteriorate.
Well, it was the high point, wasn't it? We'd peaked. that was it. Lord of the Rings was the greatest thing made up until that point.
The CGI still stands up to this day because it was there to enhance, not be the main thing. Like, it wasn't all green screens.
Yeah.
It was on set. CGI was just there to bolster.
Yes.
Acting, casting. Mwah! Like, you couldn't do any better. Script, amazing. Music, beyond phenomenal. Cannot wait to see the Philharmonic Orchestra do it in March
we are
with
going
Return
to
of the King.
We're going to see Return of the King, so my subs will know that we did go and see the Fellowship of the Ring. We missed the Two Towers, didn't we? We just missed it.
Yeah.
We couldn't get it, but we are going to go see Return of the King with the live Philharmonic Orchestra.
Philharmonic.
Philharmonic.
Say that after a few Jack and Cokes.
No.
I think that's a mission.
Yeah.
Should I get the kids to bring you up Jack and Coke?
No. Maybe. We'll see how this goes. But no, yeah, we are going to go and see that in
March.
March. It was one of the M's, and that was really it was so good watching that. It was so entertaining and very, very moving as well. But yeah, don't remake them. There's no point. There's no need. Basically, if you've got the hubris to remake something like that, then you've got ego problems, because you know that the Rings of Power, which we don't talk about in this house because we haven't watched it and we are not watching it, are we?
No.
We're not going to do it.
No, it's not right.
No.
It's wrong. So many levels of wrong. Oh, hi Zach.
Hello, Zach. Zach's amazed we're both on TV.
Well, I would be too.
Yeah, and their TV is quite big. So weird.
And now they've got the big sofa to sit and watch us on. You haven't seen their big sofa yet.
I've seen pictures. I've seen sort of distorted images, so it could be fake. Could be fake. Don't know yet. So yeah, we don't watch Rings of Power. We're not going near it because it is just no. We've heard far too many bad things and not enough good things about it, and I feel that it would ruin. Not ruin. Mar. Perhaps. Tetrarch, hello! How are you? Exactly. Stop with the remakes. And much of Nightmare Before Christmas's charm would be lost attempting even CGI enhanced live action. Couldn't agree more. Don't do it.
You look at the beauty of Sleeping Beauty. Now, that was my addiction when I was a little kid. My teenage addiction was Lord of the Rings and Viggo Mortensen. Because, I still would, trust me. I don't care if he's like 6. How old was I then? 60s now? I think he must be late 60s.
Oh,
anyway, I still would. But Sleeping Beauty, all the watercoloured painting backgrounds, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just have this generic Pixar.
How much did they spend on it? They spent billions on it, didn't they? Absolutely billions on creating the Rings of Power, which Bugbody says, I wish I hadn't watched the Rings of Power.
I don't know who that is, but I will take their word for it. This is why I don't. Yeah,
exactly. The thing is, they spent billions on the CGI effects and everything like that. Didn't it? It lacked something, didn't it? It lacked that realism, because it was just CGI, and they had to rewrite all the characters just to make them, I don't know, suitable for modern audiences.
The dwarf women didn't have beards. Like, why would I watch them where the dwarf women don't have beards? Because they had beards. Before they kind of seem to have lost them all, but they had beards. Yeah. Instead, it's here's promo pictures of this dwarf, all beautifully done in white flowing gowns. You live in the beeping mines. I swear yet.
What are we on?
No,
what are we on?
Not
What time? 14 minutes. You should be alright. Just keep it to a minimum, and hopefully it won't get demonetized. We do have a little surprise coming a little later in the stream. Paige got me a present. A pretty awesome.
It's not a rude present.
It's not a rude present. No. It's a pretty awesome present though, and I thought I wanted to share it with everybody. So we will be showing that a little later in the stream. So you'll have to stick around for that. It's possibly the best present I've ever got. Maybe.
I always win Christmas.
She always wins Christmas because she just knows me far too well, and I don't even know who she is.
I just cook his food and... Okay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, you couldn't...
It's about 50-50, which is what it should be.
I order the food, I tell you what food you're cooking.
I see we're at that part of the stream, are we? Yeah. We are equal in most things. No, we're not. We're not.
Just remind me how many Christmas presents you knew what the kids were getting?
All of them. I knew all of them. As soon as they opened them, I knew what they were. What's the problem?
Do you know what we got Deb for her birthday?
Don't do this to me live on air. Don't do this to me. CGI.
You knew this was coming. I promise you, he knew this was coming.
I knew this was coming. I nearly cancelled the stream altogether. The CGI has its place, but it shouldn't be the base of a film. Nah. No, I always remember an interview with... Oh, what's his name? He was the doctor in Discovery. Forget his name. Is the actor's name. And it had James Spader in, the original Daniel Jackson.
Mm.
And it was a film called Supernova. And this actor guy says, what I love about this film is it's not based on special effects. Special effects just enhance the film. It's like, then why is all of your making of about special effects? It's all about special effects. So it doesn't. I think they should always support what's already there. Jack, that.
Births more Jacks.
Births more Jacks.
That's what we got her for her birthday.
Oh,
a Jack that births more Jacks.
Oh, right, and a Jack machine.
I don't know how to answer that. No.
Yeah, we're quite a strange couple, really, aren't we?
We have strange friends too.
Oh, so weird. Such weird friends. But yes, what were we talking about?
Special effects.
Rings of Power. Lord of the Rings. CGI.
Well, it was like The Hobbit. We watched The Hobbit. We liked The Hobbit, but had to separate it from Lord of the Rings. We had to put it as its own thing where you weren't sitting there screaming because that elf did not exist.
Yes.
Legolas was, I don't think, there at all. Love triangle should not have happened. And dwarves are not that hot. Like, Aidan Turner should never have been a dwarf. He was way too freaking hot.
Yeah, but you...
But it didn't have that magic of Lord of the Rings because it was all green screen.
Oh God! And Orlando Bloom looked like it looked like something. He looked like something from an early, late '90s sort of CGI creature, didn't he? The way he was crawling all over those barrels and everything was horrible.
And it just didn't have that magic. And it was nice to be back in the world. And watching them going down in the battles and having the dragon and they had a couple of hot guys. It was great, but the fan in me is going, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, yay, Gandalf, that's wrong, that's wrong.
Yeah.
And it was all green screened. Like, there was none of that majestic beauty. It had Billy Connolly in it though, so that's a plus. Because you can't go wrong with Billy.
You can. It can go wrong, but it wouldn't be Billy's fault.
True.
At the end of the day, the Hobbit was okay, but it was really stretched out for far too long. Should have been done in just one film. Lord of the Rings had very good practical effects that were brilliant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As for Viggo Mortensen, as he broke his foot.
Toe. And nearly got, decapitated by a sword. Well, daggery sword thing. That was actually a real sword. That's why it makes such a good sound when he hits it away. Because he genuinely had to hit it away or it was going to impale his face.
There's a little bit of risk there, isn't there? There's a little bit of risk involved. And it's always good when there's a bit of risk involved. But
do you know how Viggo made Sean Astin look really happy at the end where he gets married?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how he made him look so happy?
Go on.
He grabbed Billy Boyd and snogged him. On the side, and there's Sean Astin just watching Viggo snogging Billy Boyd, and that's why he's grinning so much because it was really random. Apparently, there was tongue involved.
Oh,
I have watched too many of the extended discs and things, and I really need to do that again when the kids leave home.
Well, yeah, we have to. We've still got to do the Two Towers. We'll finish the Two Towers on the big screen. We've got a projector up and everything, so that'd be really. And
God proves why he's God. Gimli was the tallest actor.
Yes.
He was.
Yeah, John Rhys Davies. How is he? He's over 6 foot, isn't he?
Yes, I believe
John Rhys Davies, yeah.
I think he's about 6'2".
Which you wouldn't...
If someone could Google that, please. Because it'll bug me.
You wouldn't think that he was. When he was in Sliders, he looked like the short, stubby bloke. But he wasn't.
No, he's huge.
He's huge.
He was huge. Once again, back to the special effects of how they filmed it. You could still have both actors there and change the heights.
Yeah.
Was it, did it? I got to sit on the cart. Went to a Lord of the Rings exhibition back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And I touched things I shouldn't have been allowed to touch, like Vigo
Like
saddle
Vigo.
for one. Saw the dead Boromir. It was amazing. And
Wow.
we got to sit on the cart, and you had photos taken, and it did the height thing, because it showed you how it's easily done. Just take with a photo, and I was literally sat there with my friend.
Nice.
And in one I was up here, and she was down there, and then reversed.
Wow. Lord of the Rings alert. The Cinemark chain extends outside the US. Locally, original trilogy, one film daily. For the first
I think that's American. Sounds American.
Marathon Saturday Sunday, one film daily, Jan 8 to 10. Check your area. Subsidiary chains Rave, Century, Cine Arts and Tinseltown. There might be a few that do it. But then again, I wouldn't be much point, I suppose, because we're going to go see it on the big screen with a live orchestra underneath it.
Yeah.
Which I cannot recommend enough. If anybody...
Any film.
With any film, yeah, because they've done Star Wars, they've done
Jurassic
Indiana
Park,
Jones, Jurassic Park, and it's absolutely fantastic. You get the opportunity to go to a theatre and watch your film on the big screen, where they take all of the musical audio out of the film and just play it in an orchestra underneath, and it's so perfectly timed, isn't it?
I heard two lines I'd never heard before in Fellowship.
Really?
As well. What do you mean, really? I told you at the time.
Oh, babe, you know our memory.
One was Gandalf. One was definitely Gandalf.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what the other one was. And they said, can't remember. But when she took that out, even with the live orchestra, I was like, never heard that before. When I say lines, they were probably like one or two words, but I still never heard them before.
Well, it's probably
I'm sure
it's probably the music masks it in some some
like
respect.
it just goes over. So you see, look, you might hear things you never heard, but it's an amazing experience.
The 6 adults need to pick a film and go. I've never been to one.
Ah.
Why you need to? It's that simple.
You've been told.
Just go.
You have been told.
What are you doing? What are you playing at? Yeah.
If I ever won the lottery, I'd pay for an orchestra to come and do it to something startrekky.
Yes.
I don't play the lottery, but
No, we've really got to start playing, I suppose, haven't we? We keep saying, if I won the lottery, it's like, we don't even play it, so it's kind of pointless wishing for something that isn't possible. Because you
I'm
don't play
always
it.
wishing for something that isn't possible, dear.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm not Vigo.
Or Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. I'm just me. I'm me. And married me. There. She's real.
There's evidence.
There's evidence. This is here. This is here, honestly. Yeah. Lord of the Rings. Big Lord of the Rings fan. Loves it. Loves it. And yet I fell asleep in Return to the King. Return of the King. I fell asleep in the theatre. I worked nights at the time. And we were sitting right on the front row. I had already seen the film. Illegally. On a download. On like a BitTorrent or something like that. And I fell asleep. And I was, we were in the front row and I was just...
Ruining the experience for the people around you.
Well...
Because you snore.
I did... I'm not saying I snored at the time. Hello, Spree! How are you? Welcome to the experience.
I recognise the name.
Spree. Yes, I did I've done a few live streams with Spree. She's one of my subscribers, and speaking of being a very good friend.
Excellent.
Yes.
You need friends.
Oh God, I knew this was a mistake. Why did I say yes to this? I need friends.
He does. He does need friends.
She says I need friends.
I need him out the house every now and then, so I can sit and watch Lord of the Rings.
Without me?
Yes, so I can watch it with the commentary version, where they have the commentary over the film.
Yeah, okay. I do commentary every now and but only not on a 3-hour extended film. I do try and get out of the house a little bit.
Work doesn't count.
So unfair. Spree's good, and how are we? Well, we are fine. Tired. Always tired. We did have a good afternoon though. We had a great afternoon. We did.
We got to see a friend's baby who was born about 14 weeks early. 5 weeks ago. Got to meet him today. Couldn't hold him yet. Absolutely gorgeous. And oh no, we've got 4.
I'm the one who says no. I'm the one who says.
I saw your face.
It's a baby. It's a baby. It's this baby that's this big, and yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah,
so
absolutely
cute.
amazing. But I also know what they turn into. So, no more for us. No more.
No,
we're done. We're done.
No more. We're done.
We are done.
We're done.
We are done.
We're done.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's someone offering to take you away for a while.
There's an N64 with God and I waiting at my house. That is a hell of a drive. I did Google it the other day, but I'll be willing to. Yeah, I'm going to get me out of the house.
2 of our children, well, at least 1 of our children, but possibly 2 because there's 2 down there watching us.
Oh, God's sake, what are they watching this for? Get off! Go play on a game or something.
You can't. He's not allowed to
not
play
on
his
Call
game.
of Duty. No, don't play Call of Duty. This stream will just crash.
Because someone's a good stepdaddy.
Well, I am. I'm a big softie. Let it be known. The amount, my eye, I could nearly see out the back of my head when I came to the conclusion that I needed to get my son Modern Warfare 3 because he wanted Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2 wasn't in the damn shop.
And he walked through the front door and he went, "Your mum's going to tell me off." And I went, "You bought him Modern Warfare 3." Because I'm just bloody psychic.
Didn't exactly happen like that. But anyway, he now has Modern Warfare. We have it because I went halfsies with him. I'll never be able to play it. I'll never be able to. Call it a slow internet. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're going to have to put the internet up. What is you doing now?
It's never, and it's just me. It's not the eldest. It's just him. I might need him to get me a drink. I'm really thirsty now.
Oh, yes, actually, it's good that he is watching because we can go, 2 teas, please.
2 Cokes, please.
2 Cokes, please. Apparently.
I haven't taught this much. I don't even talk this much at work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
quite depressing.
It's nice when I have a guest on, actually, because I can do like half the talking. When it's just me on the stream, I have to talk. Talk. Well, should we talk a bit about Startrek?
If we must.
It's kind of what my channel is based around.
I know. It's the problem is I keep forgetting. I love it. But I keep forgetting names. My memory's gone atrocious. And I honestly forgot Worf's name the other week and I nearly cried because I couldn't remember Worf's name. And I was talking to somebody at work and found out they know Star Trek. And my sister is rolling her eyes because I work in the same place as my sister. And for the love of God, I could not remember Cisco's name. I just had to go, "Oh, you know DS9. Yeah, great Captain. Brain didn't work." I got halfway back to my office and went, "Fucking Cisco." I couldn't remember. So now I'm going bright red because I know I'm about to screw up big time.
I think...
I'm so apologetic to all his usual fans that I'm about to screw up the Star Trek stuff. However, when you see the gift I got him, you're going to love me too.
Oh, well, yeah, you're going to fall in love with her. But you can't have her, she's mine. Believe me, I'm not letting her go. Not for anything.
Oh, someone's watching original Ghostbusters.
There he is.
Oh, cartoon. Oh,
hey,
I like the
2
cartoon.
cans of
I think
Coke.
I saw
Well done,
that.
thank you. Get off camera. I'm going to kill him.
You're not.
I'm going to kill him.
You're not.
I am.
You're not going to kill him.
I'm going to go down there and I'm going to kill him.
You're not going to kill him. He's the one who's going to look after us in our old age because he's going to come to the age.
Then I ain't reaching. I am not reaching old age if he's looking after us. He walks into walls.
Okay.
She's not. You can back off. She's not.
Sorry, I burp a lot as well.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so rude.
It's proper man's woman.
Right, we're missing things here. So something about...
I just put my youngest to bed, says Zell, and my 6-year-old is currently watching OG Ghostbusters cartoon. You are doing so well as a parent.
Parenting award. If I had a sticker, I'd give you one.
Yes, you get a gold sticker. You don't even talk this much here. She's mine.
Yeah, but to be fair, last time I was at yours, I just finished work for the year, and you were lucky I stayed awake. Hence why you ended up with Coke on your new sofa. Sorry, Dave.
I'm not laughing. It's just so common nowadays. Does Pa have a favourite film or series in the Star Trek world?
DS9.
Just like me. He likes DS9.
I do like DS9. Actually followed by most probably really controversially is Enterprise.
Yeah, a lot of people like Enterprise. It's actually quite
Really?
quite beloved
the stuff
now.
I follow on Facebook, they don't.
Well, I think with Enterprise, because since the new Star Trek stuff's come out,
Oh, they
people are
appreciate
less,
it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
gone up the list.
It's gone up the list.
They don't like it anymore. They just don't.
It's like the
see-
Star Wars prequels. The sequels made people love the prequels all of a sudden.
Oh, that's how it works.
That's how it works. You release something so goddamn awful. What's your least favourite series? I mean, you've only really seen 3, haven't you?
Well, what have I done? So I've never done original.
No.
I've done quite a big chunk of Next Generation here, there. I've never done it like in all. Well, we've done bits like that was definitely what we kind of started with. Done Voyager all the way through.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Except you always make me skip the episodes you really hate.
Oh,
so
my God.
I've never technically done any of them all the way through because he makes me skip them.
Which one did we skip?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. That's a rhetorical question. What did we skip?
Bad wife.
Oh, we skipped the Bad Wife. Yeah, we skipped the. I think we skipped the Kess one with when she got hit by the force field, and the captain. Yeah. Again, we skipped that one.
Oh no, but so I've done that one.
Yes.
So I've done Enterprise, done DS9. I did season 1 of Discovery. I did season 1 of Picard. I wanted a divorce.
Did you do whole? I was
Yes.
going to say that. Did you do the whole of Picard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yes,
did
we did,
because that was
yeah.
just before. That was just before we started the channel.
Yeah.
Well, before
yeah,
I
you watched
started the
I
channel.
Had to Suffer
Yeah.
because you guys weren't all around yet.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was difficult to live with after Picard season 1.
Oh, someone's least favourite is Voyager. I want to know
Least
why.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very curious because
And you cannot, and Zell, sorry mate, but you cannot, under any circumstances, name Threshold as the sole reason why Star Trek Voyager is not your favourite.
though I like any episode of any show that has Q in it.
I think Spree will agree with you there.
Except a bit of. I mean, even in Picard, the bits I saw, Q was too much of a dick, but I just like Q. Like even when it, I watch my little. Well, I watch my daughter makes me watch My Little Pony. You have Discord. I still just picture him as Q. Yeah, and so it works for me. Like
well,
I just
he is the Q pony, isn't he?
I mean, that book I got you for Christmas is probably going to be read by me first.
Probably, yeah.
And yes, he is the Q pony.
Yeah, he is the Q pony. Reva, how are you? Good to have you here. Season 1 of Discovery. She made it further than I did. I got 8 episodes in, I think.
I had to support the husband. Like, he was going to moan about it for 20 hours after anyway, so I might as well have seen it and understood what he was moaning about.
I told you,
And then he made a channel. And yay, I like this person. Yeah. I'd like to know more about Spree. Can I make a friend?
Yes, you can. You can make a friend in Spree.
Q is awesome though.
You got a friend in Spree. No, I'm gone.
Oh dear God, no. You jackass. I'm going to start singing Nightmare Before Christmas songs after this to put the earworm in your head.
They're already in my head. They are ever present.
Halloween, this is Halloween. Halloween.
You get this stream demonetized.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know the rules of YouTube. I'm just here to talk.
Well, neither do I. I just make it up as I go along. I had a stream demonetized and cancelled and removed and deleted simply because I was taking the piss out of Star Trek Day and all the stupid things that they were doing with it. Voyager is a series that never reached its full potential. It should have been a survival series. Couldn't agree more. Like Enterprise's 3rd season, but instead we got a TNG light. Don't get me wrong, still a good series.
I like that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, and it's only what I've said. Oh, sure, you listen when people on the internet. No, I'm kidding. Don't know. No. I agree. That is completely my point of view as well. That it was a wasted opportunity. Because every single episode, the ship was magically clean again, and I know they've got technology that does it, but it's
everything was fixed too easy.
Yeah, Exactly.
It was just fixed far too easily.
Well, do you remember the episode Deadlock?
Don't do title names to me.
Okay.
No, I don't know title names.
The one where the Voyager splits into two, and you've got two Voyagers, but they're existing in the same sort of space, and then Harry Kim gets sucked out the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Wildman's baby dies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And the ship gets absolutely battered by, and one ship's like heavily damaged, and the other ship is really clean. And then the captain of the heavily damaged ship says, Captain Janeway on the heavily damaged ship says, I'm just going to self-destruct, and you can take clean Voyager and carry on the thing.
Yeah.
But instead, the Vidians board the clean ship and kill everybody on board, or that's basically where it's headed. And Harry goes through the portal with the baby. Mm-hmm. And they go onto the damaged ship that's been ripped apart by all these... Hold on, I will remember what they are. What are they? Proton pulses or proton beams or whatever it is. And the next episode, the ship is just like perfect. The bridge was in ruins. It was caught fire and collapsed in on itself and all of that stuff. What's he saying now?
My second son is 12 years old, and he's just put, "You're so mean to Daddy."
What do you do? What do you do?
No, I'm not. Please tell him I'm not being mean. I don't know when he sent that. I don't know what I'd said to you. But oh my god, we actually got over half an hour before we got angry Star Trekky Rich.
Oh yeah.
That's a quite record.
That's not really angry Star Trek Rich. That's
getting there.
That's
I can feel
passionate.
it.
That's passionate fan Rich. To be fair, Discovery, poor girl, and Picard, even more prayers. That stuff is dangerous to both blood pressure and mental well-being.
This is why I stopped at season 1 of both.
Oh god.
Except the odd clip of like Picard, just to kind of see a couple of bits.
We did the first episode of season 2. I showed you that because I said...
Oh yeah, we did.
Because I actually got
hope.
quite... Yeah, I was positive about it because I thought, it wasn't massively offensive. It wasn't massively bad. There was a new idea, and we thought we'd give it a shot. So I showed her the first episode. And then the second episode, I believe you said something along the lines of, was it any good? I said, Q hits Picard. And she goes, oh, for fuck's sake.
Says it all. Like I said, I like to watch Q. That was too far. Like, Cisco's allowed to punch Q, but, Pew? Alex,
Pew!
what did you put in this? Q, no, and that was just wrong, and I just stopped. Now I'd like to go to God's comment over here. About Red Dwarf.
It should have been more like Red Dwarf. When it's broken, it stays broken. Yeah. And I'd love to see Scutters on Voyager.
Oh, I just love the Scutters. They're cute.
They are.
I want Scutters in the house. I'm not going to lie.
I think you can get them because you can get a BB-8 that goes around your house and just does its own thing, and then when it runs out of charge, it goes back in. Let me finish, woman. Goes back into its thing. Into its charging port. So there must be a Scudder equivalent somewhere. If not, I have a business plan. I have an idea!
Quick, what is it? Not GoFundMe. What's the one where you get people to invest in the things?
Starter.
That thing, yes.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But it's right. Broken stays broken, and work out how to fix as it goes.
Yeah.
It's not all that magic. Oh, it's done.
See, I liked it when they found the Equinox, which was the other Starfleet ship that was getting battered.
Yeah.
With Rudy Ransom.
Yeah.
They were doing questionable things to get home, but I would have preferred a show of that ship rather than Voyager, because that ship got pounded, and the captain says, in my first few weeks in the Delta Quadrant, I lost half my crew. That's more realistic. Yeah, okay, Voyager's new and it's overpowered and it's got all this technology and everything, but for God's sake, they still have a limited crew.
Yeah. So, I'm going to do my claim of fame.
Claim of flame.
Claim to fame of Red Dwarf. Not really. It's just, when I was pregnant with our daughter.
Yes.
Having gone through one of the worst times in our lives, and I went to a kind of a Comic-Con type thing.
It was a Showmasters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like our own version of Comic-Con before Comic-Con kind of made it to the UK. And I was so miserable, and clearly that was passing to my daughter, because she wasn't wanting to move. And we went to see, I'm going to say his name wrong, Danny John Jules.
That's right.
who kept us waiting for ages, I'd like to point out.
He was looking for a phone charger, of all things.
Yeah, like half an hour late. And anyway, there I was, pregnant belly, and that. And I must have made comment that she wasn't moving. And I've got a photo of him grabbing my belly, and he jiggled her until she moved.
Lightly and respectfully jiggled my wife's belly.
Yes.
And I couldn't have been happier.
I know, it was great.
I couldn't have been happier.
You know, so the cat was really helpful.
Yeah. I wanted him, as he did it, just to do his cat, but he didn't.
No, I wonder if this is why she has ADHD, though. But jiggled, no, respectfully jiggled. I
Respectfully jiggled, yeah.
But
it was kind of like this. Without the lips, yeah, the creepy face. But no, that was a good day.
It was.
We met Dominic Keating, Connor Trinier.
Which one of them yelled at me?
Dominic Keating told you off. Yes, you're hearing it for the first time on this stream. Dominic Keating told my wife off because she was surreptitiously taking a photo when you weren't around.
Neither of them would allow photos to be taken, and I wasn't. And like I said, we're going through an awful time, and we were spending money we didn't have to pay for these autographs. So I was standing ages away, like the photos are blurry as hell.
Yeah.
And I had this like permanent shake. It's hilarious. Watch him. And I got noticed, and he yelled at me. He yelled at a pregnant lady.
He didn't yell at you. He just says, "I see you."
Yeah, but he had to yell for me to hear that.
And I went. Who was he talking to? I'm trying to have a chat with him. And then I spoke to Connor Trinier.
This was before I knew who they were as well. I'm really gutted I didn't speak to them myself.
Yeah,
because I didn't know them back then.
And then I went and had a conversation with Scott McDonald, and after about 5 minutes, she said, come now, dear. All right, maybe a little bit longer. I spoke to Scott McDonald for a little bit longer than 5 minutes. He went...
Didn't even pay for his autograph. You spoke for like 15 minutes.
I wanted to get an autograph. I wanted to get an autograph, but we were so strapped for cash. I literally had money for one autograph, and I'd blown it on Connor Trinier. Not that I'm sad about it. I don't know where it is. But yeah, I had a full blown conversation with Scott McDonald, and the wife says, "Come now, dear. He's got other people to see." But sadly, there wasn't a lot of people around him, was there?
Do we need to go back to the comments?
Yes, I'm Kickstarter. Thank you. That's the one. We need a Red Dwarf themed evening, but with a lot of smeg.
Ew.
Okay, so we need to go back a little bit longer. Was the fridge full of Bics? No, was the bridge full of bricks? Full or space bricks? Maybe they use those. Yeah, definitely. Voyager from season 4 onwards seemed to become more like the Seven and Doctor show, and all the other characters became obsolete. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yep.
Reva never understood how Voyager could get completely trashed, like My Place after a party, and then be fine in the next episode. It's called Sanitation Squad. The sanitation officers did a great job on Voyager.
I want to know about the parties.
Yes. Party at Reva's and we're all invited. No. I was about to say Cisco is the only one allowed to punch Q in an interaction. It's also Q never came back to Deep Space Nine after meeting Cisco, did he?
I would never punch Q. Or you. See what I did there?
Get out of jail free. No, I'm kidding. Kickstarter, that's what it's called.
Yes.
Disney purchased the Red Dwarf scutters and gave them to Tony Stark. Wow, that'd be fucking great, wouldn't it? Spree, I was so disappointed with Picard Season 2. They should have done a better storyline with Q and let him be his genuine Q-like self. Well, yeah, they did. They wrote a story that made absolutely no crapping sense. Oh, we can swear now. No fucking sense whatsoever. It made no sense. The Q was dying of what? How? How was Q dying? There was no emphasis put on it. The time travel story made no sense, and Q slapped Picard. Q doesn't do that. He doesn't get... Yeah, he gets angry, and I'd like to see a little bit of the dark side of Q. And we do now and then, but there was always a lesson involved. And Season 2, yeah, trust me, babe, it made no sense whatsoever. And Spree also said, yeah, Q slapping Picard was awful. It was. Getting wound up now. I preferred the ship design of the Equinox over Voyager anyway, plus the crew's story seemed more interesting. Yeah, instead of making the moral qualm, or the moral dilemma of that episode all about Janeway, they really should have just focused on that crew. I think they should have done the episode without them contacting Voyager and have that in a later episode, and just have an episode where we're just on this other Federation ship trying to get home, and it slowly reveals certain clues as to where they are. You know that they're struggling to get home from somewhere. You don't know where, and you don't know where they are. It's not revealed until much later, and then go to an episode that's Voyager based.
I think some of the more interesting episodes along Star Trek is where they don't quite follow rules. Like the directive. What's
Prime Directive?
Prime Directive.
Yep,
Thank you. Like Enterprise, where it's all new and there isn't the Prime Directive, and you could kind of go into these situations that were much more interesting because you weren't following these rules, and that's what Voyager should have been. Like, we're here in the complete unknown. We're complete lost. We're probably never getting home. So rules out the window. I know what my point was, and I'll probably
rules out the window. Let's, they're going
Cisco.
out. Yeah.
Look at Cisco.
Yeah.
With that episode, where he has to make a choice.
Pale Moonlight.
And admits to it, and then it's like, right, delete.
Yeah. Oh, that's super.
And that's what
episode.
a lot of Voyager should have been, was that whole, okay, we're going against what we've been taught. We're going against what Starfleet has taught us. We need to survive. Let's be badasses doing it.
She was always, Janeway was always the sort of, I'm going to follow the rule book.
Yeah, it made her annoying. It made her a quite boring captain, really.
At times I felt, she was quite dull. Zell, Cat then sprayed something on her belly and said, "This is mine." This is man.
Yep.
This is man. John Chow, how are you, mate? Good to have you here. Got to work today, but popping in to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, my friend. You'll need all the strength for the Star Trek Discovery final season. Yeah, I will.
When's that?
Sometime between now and April, I think. I think it might even be April. I know it's away, but it will mean that you'll lose me on a Thursday again.
I always lose you on a Thursday.
You're always losing me on the Thursday.
Whether you're streaming or not.
Oh, charming! Charming. I wonder if Q knew Cisco is part prophet. Possibly. I mean, he doesn't know everything that's coming. I think that's the whole point of that Voyager episode, isn't it? Death Wish. With the other Q that wants to commit suicide. Tetrarch. Trivia, but probably known to you. The design for the Equinox was an early design draft for the Defiant, which was thankfully not discarded. Yeah, knew that one. The Defiant went through several different permutations before it became the ship that we all know and love and tried to build when we were at school. I did.
Oh.
I built it out of cardboard. A layered cardboard in different sizes. And actually got the shape of the ship.
I think you should do that again.
I think I should do that again.
You could make a video out of it.
Come on, guys! You tell me if
video,
you want to see a stop motion video of me building a Defiant out of cardboard. Each corrugation could be a deck.
How many decks are there?
On the Defiant, 7, I believe. 6 or 7, somewhere around that. It's not a tall ship at all. At all. Imagine a crew like the Equinoxes and see them return home after compromising their ethics and seeing them having to reintegrate into society. Could have been a cool story. Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly. Could have been a great story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because most people, they'd have just been shunned, really.
Yeah.
With the society that it was, in the Star Trek world, they would be shunned.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to justify it. But, would they? Would they manage to get people to understand? Unlikely, really.
Unlikely, yeah.
And reintegrated. Yeah. I mean, to make some would, some wouldn't.
Yeah, I think. I think it would have been a very interesting
Mm-hmm.
return home. But then again, I thought it would be very interesting to see the Voyager return home and see an epilogue to that. Instead, we got an epilogue that didn't happen because they changed the future. And instead, we were robbed. We were shown a potential epilogue, a potential future, which looked pretty grim. But we weren't shown the proper epilogue. So what we left to sort of piece together? Janeway's an admiral because she was an admiral in Nemesis, which you haven't seen yet, have you? Nemesis.
No, you keep saying this to everybody and you still haven't shown me it.
Just keep saying it to everybody. Hated the last episode of Enterprise. Everybody did. So rushed. Could have been so much better. God, that was terrible.
I swore a lot. I swore
You did.
an absolute lot. And I think I cried a bit as well. Just I was so frustrated. Like that was absolutely awful. And just I know it's been discussed on this channel many times. That last episode, but my God. Yeah, may as well have just gone up to each fan and stabbed him. And it'd have been kinder. That episode was awful. Like, it was absolutely
they stabbed him
disgusting.
in the back, didn't they?
He was vile. Like, just no. Just no. Just no.
I think they made a horrible
no.
mistake with that episode.
There's no other words, but no. No. What was it? Which was the Star Trek film I liked where Spike? For fuck's sake. Wrong show, Paige. Let's get to Buffy later. Spock's hair goes floppy. That was like your main introduction to me into Star Trek, dragging me to one of the newer films.
Yeah,
and I was like, I loved his hair going floppy.
That was literally the only thing she focused on in that entire film, and we are, of course, talking about Star Trek Into Darkness.
Is that the Benedict Cumberbatch one?
The Benedict Cumberbatch, yes.
Mr. I can't say penguins.
Penguins.
Yeah, it was the hair, like his floppy hair. That, and then I've evolved. Come on, look how far I've come.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting floppy hair.
Floppy hair. Yeah, she was fascinated. Genuinely, we walked out the cinema. I was thinking, well, that was a Wrath of Khan, but worse. A lot worse. And my wife was just going, Spock's hair moves. And I was like, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Spock's hair doesn't usually move, that's right.
I have matured since then. Much more an intellectual.
Yes.
I'm very mature and intellectual.
She's aged like a fine Star Trek wine, like a Romulan ale.
Is that the blue one?
Yes, with
there
punch.
You go,
there you go. See? Hey. I'm slowly lowering the bar, guys.
Big Bang
slowly
whatsoever.
lowering the bar. DS9 version of Picardy. Good, bad, or ugly idea? A DS9 version of Picard. What, you mean a continuation? No, don't do it. Avery Brooks said he won't do it. So good. Just stay away. Stay away. Don't touch DS9. Leave it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they did the season 8 thing in what we left behind.
Yeah, that was a good documentary.
It was a great documentary, but that was a lousy story that they were going to that they came up with. Let's just kill off Nog straight away. And ironically, Aaron Eisenberg died about a few months later. Anyway, just creaking.
There's a child in the bedroom.
There's not one in here.
No, it's in their bedroom.
Oh, in their bedroom. That's fine. We didn't get a Voyager epilogue, nor did we even get Tom and I'm going to say B'Elanna's marriage. No, we didn't. Did we get Tom and B'Elanna's? Tom and B'Elanna got married.
Yeah,
but we didn't get.
Yeah,
we didn't get the. Did we get the wedding? No, because we got a fake out wedding in Course Oblivion. I think. I can't remember.
My brain does not know. It's not in there anywhere.
What? Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean. Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody find us the answer. Did we see the wedding? Did we? They probably married. They probably got married.
No, they got married. Yeah, they got married, but I believe they went on to the Delta Flyer and it flew away with some tin cans saying "just married" or something. I don't think we did. We didn't say their marriage, but about the wedding. We didn't see much of their marriage. I wish I had thought of that, especially as recurring. Which one are they this time? Factor. Yeah, exactly. That would have worked. I think that would have worked. But so you like DS9? DS9
yes.
was your favourite.
Yes.
Voyager.
For so many reasons.
Well, yeah,
so very many reasons.
I was watching the first episode And I was just thinking, God damn Bashir. He's so annoying. Bashir is so annoying in the first episode.
Very, 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 very annoying.
Frontier medicine! Like, what? Calm down, mate. He's so green.
No, I do love that. If I had to pick just one, if I could only keep one Star Trek, and then all the rest had to disappear, I would keep DS9.
That's an interesting question I've never had to answer and will not answer. Which Star Trek series would I keep if I could? And all the others.
Oh, come on, you got to answer it. Got to answer it. Yes.
I don't want to.
Please answer it.
It'll be DS9. Of course it will. Followed. I mean, the Next Generation was great. I loved Next Generation. Again, a little bit too clean at times. I prefer a little bit more, a little darker, maybe. Zal, I stand by my theory that the prophets are the Bajorans in the future. I think that's great.
Ooh.
I think that's a great idea. They ensure the birth of Cisco, sent the orbs, and interfere in events. I think it's. I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's a really good. Off topic. Has Paige watched Firefly?
I did about 2 or 3 episodes, and then we never got to carry on for some very bizarre. Like, I don't know, life got in the way, and I want to.
It really did. Yeah.
Well, I think we did maybe 3, but definitely did 2.
Did we do Serenity together?
No.
We haven't done Serenity.
No, this is kind of on that never-ending to-do list. So if anyone would like to babysit our children, I will get Firefly done.
So we can watch TV.
Yes, so I will sit and do Firefly Day if you will watch my children. But no, it's definitely on my want-to-watch list. Like, I know I was enjoying what I was watching. But then at the same time, I kind of almost don't want to, because I know how pissed off and upset everyone was. There was, like, there's a Serenity, but, you know, there was no more. I don't want to kind of get going that,
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like I was watching Stargate Universe, and I got to about 3 episodes before the end of season 2, and I was like, I don't really want to finish it, because then I know it's done, and that's the end of the Stargate universe. The actual Stargate universe. Cisco is the best, the only person who deserves to be called Hack Space Jesus.
I agree. I'm not religious. I do not believe in Jesus, but by God, Cisco is Black Space Jesus.
He's literally earned it.
He really is.
Whereas Space Jesus, well, she's not earned it. She doesn't earn anything. She's horrible. Burn him. Yeah, you see, burn him. Yeah. She is known as Space Jesus.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm not even going to ask what. I don't want to get into that.
But actually, she's known as Diverse Space Jesus.
See, I didn't even like her when she was in Once Upon a Time.
She was okay in The Walking Dead.
I didn't know she was in The Walking Dead.
She was in The Walking Dead.
She's been in a lot of things.
She has.
And she should never have been in Star Trek.
No.
And love.
No, it's terrible.
When do we get to show your present? While we're talking about Star Trek.
It's about building the suspense there. You'll have to make them wait, Tracy.
But I've not been able to show anybody this until you put it on here. But suspense. It's been done since October. I've had so much suspense. Like, you'll understand that when you see this, that it was done in October. But
who? Okay, so I want you to just put yay or nay in the chat. Who wants to see what Paige got me for Christmas?
Answer quick. And it better be yes, or I'm going off.
You're not.
I'm going to go downstairs.
You are trapped.
And watch my crappy TV.
You do that after the stream.
I'll sleep after the stream.
You will.
I will go sleep.
You will.
But please say you want to see his Christmas present. I promise it's not dirty. I promise.
It's not.
We got one yes.
That's
it's a yay.
It's a yay. I did say yay or nay.
Yay.
I did say yay.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry. Let's just set the sound up.
Oh, and another.
Yay,
I think we're good.
Yay. Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay. Just a little.
Yeah, spree, so you got to.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So there's a little tiny explanation for what Paige got me for Christmas. Without telling them what it is, or who it is, or whatever. You can feel free to just. Or shall we just show it?
Just show it. I can talk after.
Okay. So this is going to come through on our speakers.
I still love it.
The microphone on our end will go off, so we can talk. Okay. If you are ready for this is what Paige got me as a present for Christmas.
Hi, Rich. Andy Robinson here, a.k.a. Garrick, your plain and simple tailor. And I've been asked by Paige. She said the occasion is Christmas. I mean, man, we haven't even got to Halloween yet. And we're talking about Christmas? But, okay, Merry Christmas. Anyway, my friend. So I understand you're a huge fan, and you have a YouTube channel about Star Trek, and you love Garrick, which I love Garrick too. I mean, Garrick is one of the great roles I was ever given to play. It was really a gift. And also, you were wondering about why Garrick got exiled. You know, that's a complicated story. And I'll tell you where you can find the answer to it. I wrote a book called A Stitch in Time that is the story of Garrick. And the book is also on audio, A Stitch in Time. In that book, you will find everything you ever wanted to know about Garrick, including why he got exiled. It's a great story. And I started writing the book because when I got hired to play Garrick. And it started out as kind of like an exercise to, just make up some information for myself about the character. And then it turned into this book. And because I love playing Garrick. And so the more I loved playing Garrick, the deeper I got into writing this book. Anyway, my friend, I wish you a happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, and happy Hanukkah, and Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye.
And there you have it. That's what my wife got me for Christmas. A message from Garrick. And yes, this was my face. I was absolutely stunned to see that man speaking to me. I know Cameo is quite a new thing, and it's really it's a message from a celebrity. It's kind of it's meant to be personable, but it's not. It's kind of impersonal. They go in very limited information, but that still meant that a hell of a lot to me, and I would love to meet that guy for real.
So that's the problem. We kind of can't afford to do the Comic Cons and childcare and just the financial cost of them is not something we can do. And I'd love to experience it again. So I was thinking, what do I do? I think I bought him everything he needs and wants and didn't know he wanted. I was already aware of that book, and I can't afford that because Chief Star found it was £110 the other day.
It's expensive.
So I'd seen Cameo through Facebook to do with a different actor, and I googled, found it, put in Star Trek, and my God, go look at some of those prices and tell me let us know if you think these prices are worth it. To get a 2-minute message, some people get less than a minute. Get it? They're putting, it's not something they have to do, but anyway. So, and I found 2 I could do, and that was Garrick and Dr. Phlox, that I knew he'd like and I could afford. But I didn't know how. I didn't know which one, and me and Alex couldn't get it out of him. So, for those who are regulars on here, you will know Clayton. And I dropped him a message. I went, "Hi, I'm Richard's wife. I hope this isn't too weird." And on a stream back in October, they did a stream together, and he produced a random list of characters across the different series and such, and that was his way to find out for me whether it was Garrick or Dr. Phlox. I mean, Alex were 2 floors down, just waiting for this answer. I did it in October because I didn't want to risk him coming off Cameo and not getting it. I kind of hoped he would get why I was saying for Christmas. Instead, it turned into this funny part of the message now is that ending of Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving. We're not American.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah. And I have been saying for months, I'm going to win Christmas, I'm going to win Christmas.
And she did.
And I did. And I tried to put it up on the big TV in the living room, and it wouldn't bloody work.
No, it didn't.
So I'd show him on my phone while recording his reaction on my phone, on the phones. It lost a bit of the impact.
Yeah. It didn't for me. It didn't lose any impact for me.
Just warn you, if you ever do Cameo, and I highly recommend it, because what people do is messages are amazing, but the word count you have includes like your name, their name. It's so small to put in any of those enough details to try and make it as personal as possible. I think that just turned into a massive plug of his book.
It did actually, yeah.
So free advertising
My
for him.
my hat goes off to him because I've just literally plugged him to my subscribers.
But didn't we find there's a cameo of someone from Star Trek that was about 300 quid?
That was Riker, wasn't it?
Was it Riker?
Was it Riker? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few on there. Unfortunately, there was no Cisco. As I saw, was it God who put
Best character next to Cisco. Yeah.
I wish it had been Cisco. I would have paid that. I don't care how much that was. I would have paid and got in debt for that one.
And you can tell he's in IT because he spelt Cisco as in Cisco Systems. It's great. Love it.
So,
the thing is, I was on that live stream with Clayton, and I was wondering why, as I was closing the stream, he was desperately trying to get me to answer these questions, and I couldn't figure it out. I was like, it's one of those things where you go, that was a little off. Why was he, going, right, okay, I've got some question for you. It's like, But then, as soon as Paige told me that, everything just came together. So, thank you to Clayton. I have already thanked him, but I'll thank him on stream. Thank you to Clayton. Thank you to you. And thank you to Alex, who proved once and for all that he can keep a secret.
And if anybody does go and get a cameo done at all with Star Trek, please share.
Oh yeah, share it, absolutely.
It's amazing what some of these actors, whether it's not even just Star Trek, there's loads out there. It's so nice to see what they do with the fans.
There was one thing that made me quite sad watching that, is just how old everybody's getting. How old they're all getting, and it really does make me sort of sad. But again, it just makes it more precious. Makes more Star Trek more precious.
Oh, sorry, someone had it. Someone had the book.
I know. I used to have that novel, lost it in an apartment move. Mate, I'd be crying too, because that book is worth a mint to Star Trek fans.
Like, you can get it on Kindle, and there's the audio book, and Andy Robinson reads it, which is great. But the book itself, in America, I think you're probably talking it's over $200 if you can find it. So,
And I say, isn't it a wonderful thing that someone who has played a character and he thought it was a great honour playing that character, and rightfully so, because it was a great character, and he made that character who he is. Isn't it cool that they take that? Okay, yes, it's money making, of course, but they care enough about the character to write this characters, and fill in the gaps with the character, and they understand the character so well. And Garrick is just simply amazing. As a character, I think he's easily one of the best characters in Star Trek. Because he is, and I cannot stand what new fans are doing to Garrick. Saying that him and Bashir were just basically in love with one another. I think, why the hell does it have to come down to that all the bloody time? It's nothing like it. Bashir was a plaything to him.
Let's not rant.
Oh, yeah, people come for a good rant.
And it's not meant about Garrick. We've got nice to tea about Garrick
right
now.
Yeah. That was just like the best person. It really was. And she did win. Although I did stun her a little bit more.
You did come close second.
I did.
So. You got me an authentic cell from the Nightmare Before Christmas film.
I did.
And it's a really good one. It's where the vampires are ice skating, playing hockey with a pumpkin. So yeah, it's a close second, but I win for all eternity. And unless he can find me a cameo with Vigo, or he can wrap Johnny Depp up and leave him upstairs.
I would need probably about 50 billion in super chats for that, I think. I'd love to get one from Nicole de Boer, but there's not enough money in the world to get that kind of message I want from her. You dirty boy. What's that? Someone who subscribed to my channel.
No. Who's the actress?
Oh, Nicole de Boer.
Yeah. Who?
Dax.
Okay,
in the last episode.
Gotcha.
Last season. So
yes,
yeah.
Yes, that Dax. Gotcha. Thank you.
Clayton has just joined the chat. Hello, Clayton, master of present information.
He's seen the video. It's fine.
Yes.
He doesn't need to watch it.
Yeah, I know. I know you saw it before I did. And...
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
I didn't share it with him until after.
Oh, did you not?
No, in fact, I don't know if he's seen it because I shared your reaction to it.
Oh no!
Does
Does that mean I have
video?
to? Does that mean I have to play it again? Who here wants to play it again?
Oh, no, don't do that to them. It's fine. We sent him the actual. I don't think I've sent him the actual video.
You should feel free to send it. Andrew is a great opposite to Patrick with regards to the character. Yeah, I can agree with that. And Zell, you are a dirty-minded fool. Nicole de Boer or Nicole de Four. I can't believe I just did that. Andrew is a great opposite to Patrick with regards to their characters.
Oh.
Patrick
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
That'd be my guess.
Well, because they're both fully, aren't they close?
Trained?
They're classically trained actors, I believe, and very, very, very cool. Hello from Canada. Richard Paige wishing you a very happy holiday. Yeah, same to you, mate. Absolutely. It's been very busy, and I'm sure it's been very busy for you as well. It's such a busy period. We're knackered.
We're always knackered.
For you both, of all Star Trek movies, what are your top 3 or 4?
I'm no good at this one. I've seen a few with the movies, but I genuinely can't.
We did 2 to 6, didn't we? Just after the pandemic.
Yeah, and all I remember is I don't remember enough about them to comment.
Remember the whale one, don't you?
Oh, the whale one. I've seen the whale one a few times, so that would have to be my number 1 because it's the only one I've seen a few times. That it was that weird one of finding God or something, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, the Final Frontier. What does God need with a starship?
So yeah, I'm no good on films because I honestly haven't paid enough attention to the ones I have seen. Sorry.
Well, the films are a different format altogether, aren't they? Tetrarch, shippers are the CW network aficionados generation. That is apparently their default mindset.
Gotta love a bit of fan fiction.
Absolutely. Reaver of Chill sandwiches. I feel like we appreciate dirty-minded folk in here. At least I do, anyway.
Oh, always.
Of course.
Like,
I'm
being very tame for that right now.
You are being very tame.
I'm being very tame on my dirty-mindedness because, yeah, like I said, fan fiction. Gotta love it.
Gosh,
like...
always reading it. I was like, dear, we've just won the lottery. Hold on, Spike's doing something pretty nice. What did you say?
Yeah, I don't...
Inferior man. What did you say?
Yeah. Sorry, I am very much a Spike from Buffy kind of... There's many, but he's my fan fiction.
We can talk about Buffy.
Years.
We can talk about Buffy.
I don't need to talk about Buffy. I just need to talk about Spike.
I'm just talking... I'm just saying we can talk about Buffy, but I didn't put the Buffy logo in the thumbnail. But I did say and more, so it covers it.
Did you put Nightmare Before Christmas in there?
No.
See,
we're completely off topic.
We had a topic.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it's just a conversation. Oh. Clayton, back in 95/96, a bunch of mates at school skipped to go to Comic Con, and me being the goody two shoes, I didn't. They got to meet and talk to Roxanne Dawson. Still regret it to this day. Taurus.
Her last name was Dawson.
Roxanne Dawson.
My last name used to be Dawson.
It did. It did.
Not before I married him. The time
it's
before
complicated.
that, like, he's the number 2.
So yeah.
I'm wife number 2. What do you want to say? You can't talk.
Yeah, you are wife number 2.
But Clayton,
last one.
You poor.
It's be gutting, wouldn't it? Absolutely gutting, mate. I'm gutted for you.
And
I'm gutted for you.
How old were you in 95, 96? Because I was 6 or 7.
You were
Don't
7.
hurt me.
You were 7 in
Don't hurt me.
1996.
Don't hurt me.
I wasn't 7.
I know. You were 13?
Have you heard Spike's band Ghost of Robot?
Yes, several CDs. I can't get many. I think I can only get 1 and 2 maybe in this country. You've bought me them for Christmases. Because I still listen to CDs in the car because I'm really old school and my car's over 20 years old. But yes, I'd love them to come back to the UK because I would travel for that. Definitely would.
I was 17.
Oh.
You were 17.
He's older than you.
He is older than me, but not by much. Not by much. I was in 95. Well, in 1996. There you go. Oh, you can tell him to his face.
I can't see his face. I can.
That makes me feel so old. Oh, Spree.
Right, how old was Spree in '96 then? Shall we do it?
You never ask a woman how old she was in 1996.
I'm a woman, I'm allowed. Different rules.
You don't have to answer. My spelling today is awful.
My spelling's
You guys
awful.
are getting me through the last couple of hours at work. Thanks. Oh, I appreciate
What
that.
do you
mate.
do?
Yeah, what do you do? What are you doing?
What is so boring that you have to be watching this load of crap?
Hey! I've spent 3 years building this channel.
I'm very aware. I've been very supportive of you building this channel.
Until now. My God, woman.
This is without alcohol, by the way.
This is without alcohol, yeah. You can imagine I'm just
You
a
love me, and you know you love me.
I do love you. Very much. Not said under duress in any way.
I graduated high school in 98. Well, what age did they graduate high school in America?
Was it 16, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it 18?
No, because college is after high school.
No, well, they're a bit weird, different. What?
I will
Okay.
answer that in an email. That's fine. Answer that in an email. I'll forward it to the wife.
Okay,
No, I'm kidding.
so Americans, and possibly Canadians, do they have the same school system? Of what age do you
19
graduate high school? Because I don't know.
I think it's 16. I think
I
it's
thought it was
16.
18, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to
No,
work out what I read on
they
Reddit.
graduate. They can start driving at 16.
17?
17.
17.
17. Oh, you know
16?
what? All this to determine one of my subscribers' age.
I know.
So
I don't
rude.
get it. But seriously, we're from the UK. We don't actually know the answers to these things, and we watch American TV where all your high schoolers are played by people who are almost double the age.
Yeah, it's all getting very confusing. It really
Like,
does.
we don't know.
But
In fact, I don't think you even know what age kids had to finish education in this country until about a year ago, did you? Yourself?
no, because they changed it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
what-
from
what-
16 to 18. Graduated at 17, but it's usually 17 or 18.
Ah, thank you. See, I was right.
There you
I
go.
was right. I was right. I was right.
18
I was right.
years
I was right.
At 18 years old.
Apologies for the popcorn eating, by the way, but my eldest, bless his heart,
18.
made me popcorn. There is no seasoning on it. It is just plain,
It's plain,
popcorn.
bland popcorn.
But I love him so much.
She's 44. She's only a few years older than I do.
Ah,
But it does make me feel old too.
most of my friends are older than me, to be fair. Always have been. I like older
Yeah.
people because they have
44
this
as well.
cynicism that comes with life and the dirty humour that also comes with it.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Reaver of Joe Sandwiches is 44 as well. Blimey, mate.
I feel so young because I'm not. No one. You lot don't know how old I am.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I did kind of say actually.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I'll get arrested. I won't. In my province, back in the 90s, you got your learners at 15 and a half. Full driver's license at 16, graduated 17 and 18, depending on your birth month. Can vote, drink, etc. and 18. Wow. Usually graduated 18, child labour laws probably influence casting.
Stop putting
age.
logic in here. But nice to. I don't know. Feel like I'm learning things.
Now with the legalisation of marijuana, here it's 19 to purchase to prevent the 18-year-olds from bringing it into high school. Fair enough.
Yeah, I suppose I had kids about the legalisation. You lucky people.
I'm your younger friend. You're all older than me.
Oh, true. That's
very
actually
true.
about the only one that's ever been younger.
My
Particularly.
ass off.
Really nice to know how things work in other countries.
Always good to know.
Mm.
Yes.
Anyway,
Tangents.
I
Love
know.
it.
Someone puts on a topic. Give us a show.
Give us a show.
Give us a show. Give us a film series. Give us something because we will start rambling. This isn't even rambling yet.
we are rambling down the rabbit hole.
Nowhere near yet. So when we got married, I was called the Duracell Bunny on speed
You were.
because I was so hyper when we got married. I practically ran down the aisle, like as much as you could call it an aisle,
Yeah.
in a registry office. And then I bounced constantly. I was like just bouncing, like on the spot, like and I had to repeat a sentence because I said it wrong. And then I had to go, and then I pointed at my gran and laughed and said it's her fault. And I had to say it all over again.
Yep. Yep.
No, not Doctor Who. Haven't really seen Doctor Who. Move on.
You can't really do Doctor Who because of what they've done to Doctor Who. I watched Eccleston's run, most of it, and I know Tennant's probably the best Doctor, but I find British sci-fi to be somewhat
Hit and miss.
hit and miss, yeah. And since they've just butchered it lately, so we don't.
I've never done it, and I've done a few minutes of an episode of Torchwood purely because it's James Masters, aka Spike, and it's really fucking hot. And I've seen the actual outfit when we went to that museum the other month, and
Yes.
I saw it, and he really is very skinny, or was very skinny.
Yes.
But no, pick something else.
It's amazing, actually. You go to these places and see costumes and uniforms as worn by said actor or actress, and they're so short. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, I know. You know, you have to put a head on top of that shirt and everything like that. I saw Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones get-up was there, tatty as hell. I mean, nothing lasts forever, but it's amazing. Actually, Harrison Ford is not that tall.
No, none of them are.
None of them are. They're just larger than life because they're on your TV screen.
I did see Ludo from Labyrinth.
Yes.
That was big.
Yes.
And awesome and big.
Well, that's a good segue into Buffy. I enjoyed.
Oh, I heard of Primeval. Never saw it.
I enjoyed Primeval UK program, but then went a little sideways after the first few series. A lot of them do. I remember seeing a show called Flash Forward, and that had a great premise, and then it was absolutely phenomenal. Couple of episodes, and then it just tanked and became like the worst thing I'd ever seen. Hello, Bud Bad. Oh my god, I'm going to butcher people's names. Bud Badenza.
Badenza.
Bud Badenza. Sorry about your name.
Hello, Bud.
Oh, hi, Bud. Good to have you here. Hello. They made a sequel series set in Canada called Primeval New World. Ooh. Speaking of Buffy, I definitely liked the Faith, even though she'd murder me. It'd be totally worth it. Faith is one of those ones where you she's the bad girl you're kind of afraid of, but it's kind of, yeah. She's
also probably the more realistic.
Yes.
Of all the characters, to be perfectly honest, to be that screwed up, where everything doesn't magically be okay, so you're a good person completely, to have that conflict. She was actually probably one of the most realistic character, and she was hot, and imagine the damage she could do with those thighs.
Oh my god, she'd break my hips.
If there wouldn't be any hips left.
Fucking hell, going down the stairs breaks my hips.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. Disney probably will buy Lord of the Rings as well and destroy the franchise. Doubtful. I don't think Disney is in the position to buy anything at this point.
Keep reading down.
I've heard Amazon is doing that already. Yeah. I don't think anyone will be buying anything. I don't think Disney will be buying anything off anybody at this point.
And yes, Faith did get her redemption arc on Angel. We can spoil it, this has been out long enough, isn't it? She went to prison. She went to prison, she stayed there, and then when Wesley turned up to help because Angelus was back, she literally proved she could have broken out there at any moment. She even stayed there when someone was trying to kill her.
Yeah.
Wasn't that to do with the character?
First, the first and the priest.
And they said, the priest. And she did get her redemption arc, and she did, but I suppose nothing wrong with a redemption arc. We all like to think we've got a redemption arc after all our shitty mistakes in the past.
But there's a redemption arc, and there's an earned redemption arc. And a lot of people in a lot of new TV shows don't have an earned redemption arc. It's just like, oh, he's sorry, so he won't do it again, and then we're much better. But
she actually did stay behind bars and.
Trivia: Faith was in the True Lies film. Yes, she was. She played the daughter of Harry Tasker. Score one from memory.
Is that the Arnold Schwarzenegger film with the? Yeah, okay. I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, he shoots the missile and goes, "You're fired." Yeah.
Clayton, I'm falling out with you.
Well, not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. She's not going to fall out with you, trust me.
Nope.
But I've seen bad things about the Rings of Power. The Lord of the Rings is a bloody masterpiece. The Rings of Power is the fart.
See the start of this video.
Yeah, please reference the beginning of the stream.
Life. Oh, you've seen Life on Mars, haven't you? You told me it was
the half-decent series is Life on Mars, but I'm not sure I cared for the ending. I liked Life on Mars. I thought it was rounded off very nicely with its 2 series. What I didn't like is Ashes to Ashes and how that expanded everything. It didn't really sit very well with me. But Life on Mars is brilliant. I keep trying to get time for us to watch it, but it's just one of many shows that we're in the middle of watching. We've still got Reacher season 2 to watch, and we can't wait to do that. The US version of Life on Mars was it was, and didn't it have Chief O'Brien in it? I'm sure he was. I'm sure he played the character of Gene Hunt.
Say that. Make sure you say that one correctly.
Yeah. Rings of Power is so bad, I considered religious extremism as an option after watching it. I like it. It's always funny. He's got a good sense of humour. You all have, to be fair. You're all superb people. So yeah, it was being. I think we when Americans try to make British stuff, they fail miserably. Red Dwarf was proof of that with the American. Yeah, exactly, the US Red Dwarf. That's literally just popped up on screen. And had been retracted due to a spelling mistake. See, even God can make a mistake. Wayne was wrong. Gods can make mistakes. But no, it doesn't work. Americans can't do British shows. It just doesn't work. Okay, yeah, The Office was an exception to that. But even the American Office wasn't great. It wasn't even a stain on the original. But equally, the British can't do American shows. I think we got 2 very different types of content, and they should be kept to their regions, I believe. That's what I think. Wouldn't call me a big fan either. Hobbit movies were already a big step down, if you ask me, but still entertaining. Yeah, I think we covered that earlier. US Red Dwarf pilot was awful. Yeah, but didn't Terry Farrell star in that? I'm sure she did. Was it Terry Farrell? I know she appeared in. I think it was Red Dwarf, the US Red Dwarf. She didn't. Oh, again, I might be wrong. Rings of Power is worse than all New Trek in that way. It is groundbreaking. Wow, it's quite an achievement to be worse than all of New Trek. I think New Trek sucks as well. US Office took off after it distanced itself from the UK version storyline. Yeah, again, it was made for a completely different audience, and therefore changed the essence of what it was. So it wasn't The Office anymore. It was just, the UK Office was something special, I think. Sanford and Son was a popular series in the US. Steptoe and Son in the UK, I think. Bobbin's favourite Stargate show.
See, we've just started trying to do. I saw the Stargate film for the first time this year. Didn't know that existed. And then we've managed to get not even a season in, and we've stalled for some reason.
We've stalled.
Oh no, that was God's fault.
Oh yeah, that was God's fault.
So that was God. Yeah. And
I just get the blame.
I did a lot of Atlantis.
Yeah, I've done it.
14, and I'm saying about 17 years ago. It's probably when it was coming out, and no one knew who Mr. Momoa was. And when he became big, I was like, "Ooh, I know him." So, and I've not done that one with Robert Carlyle.
Universe.
I've heard it when it's on the TV, and it's woken me up because I was asleep. But hard to pick between Stargate and Stargate Atlantis for me, to be honest.
I thought Atlantis was good, but I haven't seen all of Stargate SG-1, so I can't really compare it. Between Atlantis and Universe, I thought Universe was the same premise as Atlantis. It was exactly the same premise. I won't spoil it too much for you, but it was exactly the same premise. They found another gate address that takes them somewhere we've never been before. Yep, that was my fault. Bless him. So yeah, it was the same premise. It's hard to really put onto the favourite ones. Do you want that over there?
No, it's fine.
I can put it over there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So I just keep leaning to be.
I don't mind being so close to me,
Yeah, no, we actually really are quite far apart.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Doesn't
we're married.
seem like
Should
it.
we be closer? Or is this too weird?
Is that too weird?
Yeah, I'm not comfortable.
Why aren't you comfortable?
It's a weird angle. I've got a bad back.
Yeah, so have I. I'm sitting on a box.
Yeah, he let me have the chair. We actually don't have room in our house for a dining table and chairs, so he is sat on a box.
I am sat on a box.
Which very, Lord of the Rings. Would you like me to find you a box?
There you go.
And he let me have the chair.
I did.
I'm never allowed this chair.
Never allowed this
I'm not,
chair.
No, I'm
bless
not
you.
really allowed this chair. Am I? I put clothes on it to dry, like.
Oh, I get
stuff
mad.
and get thrown off.
I get cross. It's like, don't put clothes on there. I can, but it's my chair.
We deviated.
We always do.
deviated.
My Brit friends on Discord tried to get me into Red Dwarf, but I couldn't get into it. It's
They're
not.
American,
It's
yes.
Reveries, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. Here's my advice for Red Dwarf. Don't treat it.
Keep going.
Yeah, don't treat it as a series. It's not a series. It's not a story that's following a particular path. Just appreciate each episode for what it is, because it's quite self-contained in that way, and there's not a lot of continuity between the series. I would keep going with Red Dwarf because there's some absolute corker episodes. Season 1 and 2.
Get British humour.
No,
And it's a very
true.
British humour show.
It is
definitely not aimed at anyone but the British.
It is. Same with Fawlty Towers and Blackadder and all of that stuff.
Blackadder is easier, I think, on an American. Would be easier on an American.
Yes,
But-
a lot of Americans do like Blackadder.
But yeah, Red Dwarf is very 80s, 90s British humour. Like, I don't think we're showing the kids, and they like some of the aspects.
Yeah,
It's definitely one of those things that was right at the time, but not everyone's going to get it. And that's
yeah.
fine.
We showed them the Mr. Flibble episode, and they
Flibble.
left before. They left. No, it was coming. What was it? They left before. They said, "Oh, I'm not going to."
That
do
was
it.
that one, but
It
we
was
also
Mr.
showed.
Flibble.
Yeah, we also tried to show them the. Oh my god! So I told you my brain would stop at some point.
Gunman and the Apocalypse.
Rimmer, but not Rimmer.
Oh, Ace Rimmer.
Ace Rimmer. Thank you, Rimmer, not Rimmer.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They just didn't. It didn't quite sit with them, did it?
No,
But
I'm just stupid.
We can't do that.
I'll do what?
Who would clean up the mess?
Oh, forgot about
Yeah.
I hate when you do that.
I know.
I'm getting tired.
I hear Emmerich is still trying to do a Stargate 1995 sequel because the series deviated from his original concept of the movie. That'd be interesting to see.
But
It would also be nice to have Kurt Russell back, wouldn't it?
Oh, I love Kurt
Just older Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but he's forever Santa to me now.
Oh, he is
That's
Santa,
some very
yeah.
dirty thoughts about Santa I never thought I'd have. Christmas Chronicles, if you've never watched it and you like Kurt Russell.
So it is
In your world.
one of the best Christmas films in terms of the classical Christmas film, not Die Hard. I haven't seen all of Atlantis, but love SG1, says Reva.
I think that's probably a fair way to be, really. I think a lot of people don't.
SG,
You're quite happy just happy to not get to the end of Atlantis, really.
yeah, it didn't have a great ending to it.
Nothing ever does.
Just
Not much ever does.
Star Trek: The Next Generation does. Had a superb final episode, a triumphant final episode. You're practicing the Lord of the Rings size effects. Yeah.
To be fair, I was just trying to keep it at the downward angle because of, the extra weight I put on.
I'm poorly lighting my wife, is what she's saying. Best Red Dwarf has to be Quarantine. Oh yeah, it is just Mr. Flibble is mad. Mr. Flibble is cross. Blackadder 2 is the best British comedy series.
Oh.
I'd say 4 is. I'd say 4.
Blackadder
4 is probably.
Which is the best ending of any series in the world ever.
Yeah.
Blackadder goes forth.
Yep. Brilliant.
Yep.
But equally as subjective. It's an opinion. Yeah,
No.
if you
It's fact. It is the best ending
See,
ever,
guys,
ever,
I
ever,
want
ever,
you to
ever.
have an opinion. I want you
No.
to have an opinion. She's the dictator. She's agreed. I'll get slapped for
It
that
is.
later.
It is absolutely. Blackadder is brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the first one was
It was a different kind
a
of
different
show,
type,
wasn't it? Yeah.
but they were all excellent, and they kept some of those running jokes that you could do, and great casting.
Fraud Flashheart.
Yep. But Blackadder Goes Forth has the best ending of any TV show ever. And I will stand by that for all eternity.
Yeah, I think it is the greatest ending of a TV show ever. I agree. I only like Stargate movie, never got on with the series. I didn't when it first came out. I thought, no, Stargate is Kurt Russell and James Spader. That's Stargate to me. That's always going to be Stargate. But I've mellowed to it, and we're trying to get through it again. Stargate Universe was a really good series that was ended too soon and without any resolution. Yeah, they left it hanging, didn't they? When I first watched Stargate Universe, when it first aired, I lost interest in it very quickly because my life got turned upside down. And
why? When did it air? Which upside down are we on about?
I was in Ashby at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I sort of just lost interest in it, and I went back and watched it again, and some absolutely amazing episodes, proper decent. Werner Dornhart, hello mate, how are you? There are 2 reasons why I'm looking forward to the last season of Discovery. It is the last season, and your rant about it, I'm pretty sure that the last season will give us plenty of reason. Here's my biggest fear in terms of this channel, okay, and the final season of Star Trek Discovery. I am very much afraid that they have... The reason it has taken so long to make is because they have thought, oh shit, Picard Season 3 seemed to do pretty well for itself. Maybe we should try and make Discovery good again. I say again, it was never good. But, maybe they'll turn around and try and make Discovery really good, and they'll have a complete turnabout phase. And I won't be able to do videos on it because I'll just be like, they're going to hate me if I say, oh, this is a little different. Or, reviewing Picard Season 3 was so difficult because I wanted to be so balanced with it. But one of my biggest fears is Discovery Season 5 might actually be good. And then I just think, yeah, just stop it. It's going to be shit, and we know it. Evil Bobbins, I believe they had next to no notice the season was finishing with a few episodes cut off and had to write the episodes on the fly. Yeah, they did. For SGU. Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible situation to be in. No, I don't like it when a season gets cancelled prematurely. I think if you say, right, okay, so how many seasons do you want for a show? And even if viewership declines, just finish the bloody story because it's the art form. But they won't. No, I think Discovery will still suck. What do you think, dear? Do you think it's going to suck?
Yeah.
The wife has faith.
What I say goes. It will suck.
It will suck.
I tried. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, watching... I am not as heavily into Star Trek as this one. I never will be. I will never try to be. Oh my god. He wants us to get on to Supernatural.
We'll get on to
Supernatural.
Finish your
I know where the first rant is going. So I wanted with Discovery, with Picard, to give them the benefit of the doubt, to not be going in as that die-hard fan of things. I mean, like I said, one reason I just will not watch Rings of Power is I know I will simply just hate it because I will pick it apart beyond belief. And I tried. And I did try to like them both, and I'm always the devil's advocate, and he hates me for it because I will always turn everything into a different direction and go, yeah, but have you looked at it from this way?
I keep saying, why do you have to bring rational points? I'm ranting.
And no. There were some bits, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying everything about them was completely awful. They still had good moments. But they will never turn Discovery into decent Star Trek.
No, I don't think.
Even the Star Trek I'm not so keen on, I still rate much more highly above those 2 shows. I will still watch Voyager, probably for as long as this one's alive. And afterwards, because watching it would, be a link to him. Oh. There you go, had to get morbid somewhere. But Picard, Discovery, no.
I believe my link to you is it runs deeper than Star Trek Discovery. Deep Space Nine.
Okay, and look, before we go to the Supernatural there, just like God there with the you have most chance of winning the lottery than Discovery being good, which when we don't play the lottery, shows the odds of that are just impossible.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fine. I will start playing the lottery though.
And then Supernatural, go on.
No, I think
Anyway,
Discovery's still stuck. Supernatural, yay or bleh. Spree, they'll try and make it better, but inevitably fail. Reaver, I look forward to a Supernatural rant. I wish I'd stopped at season 4.
And the first rant begins, because I knew this is where he'd start with it. Someone else beat him to it.
Well, Supernatural. Supernatural was Eric Kripke, wasn't it? Kripke? It was Eric Kripke. And he wrote 5 seasons. And he wrote Supernatural to end after the 5th season. So it was a complete story. Marcin Kalaninski. Sorry, I'm butchering names today. Hello there, how are you? Or shall I say hello there? Supernatural was a 5-season story. End of. Anything that happened after that was them... was the show being self-referential and was being... it was money, yeah. And it was simply... Supernatural started as... And it wasn't started as a... being aimed at women, necessarily. It was a replacement for... It was actually... Supernatural was born from the ashes of Angel, the TV show. Again, adorable attempt, thank you. He has me for that every time. And yeah, Supernatural should have been 5 seasons and stop, because it was a perfect 5-season story arc. Absolutely brilliant. And then season 6 happened, and they did have some fun, and there was a few highlights. But then season 7 came, season 8, but I could not believe it went to season 15.
Where did I stop?
Season 6. No, 7.
7. Did I get about 2 episodes in season 7 and went, fuck this shit?
Yeah.
And
you just stopped, didn't you?
And no matter how hot they are, and they are hot, I still couldn't do it.
It became... You notice with Supernatural, the first 5 seasons were about hunting demons and ghosts and devils, and it was a solid story. And the brothers were men. Again, men with feelings, of course, but ultimately they were very real, very stoic. But then Sarah Gamble took over the production of the show, and it turned into the Sam and Dean feelings sharing show, which was just horrible. I remember watching one episode and genuinely they're both just gushing over each other for most of the episode. It's like, will you just stop? Where's the stoicism there? Oh, you two are cute.
No, we're not.
We are in certain ways. We can be, and then we just spoil it with just reality.
I mean, was it Supernatural was pretty much the first show you got me into?
Yes.
So here's the thing. Before I met him, I grew up with Disney, more Disney, Lord of the Rings, a bit of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Then a boyfriend, I watched some films, and there's a lot of them I go, I know I've watched it, can't remember it. Shows I watched, Charmed, Atlantis, because I was just jobless and living in a boyfriend's bedroom as much as I could, really, while he was at work. And then I met him. And he's introduced me to a lot.
I have.
And I honestly trying to catch up. We have that list we never write down of everything you still need to show me, and that we've found we want to watch together. And I don't know if the older the kids get, the less time we have to watch anything. But Supernatural was one you seem to introduce everybody to be honest. Like, it seemed to be your thing was, I must introduce you to Supernatural.
I just thought
you've done it to Alex now.
Yes,
you've done it the first kid who's now getting it.
Yes.
Not the oldest, but one of them, and it is your kind of
my time with him, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is. I mean, Supernatural is your. This is the show I must show you. I'm not sure what it says about you, or what it said about you at the time, going back. Well, over a decade ago.
We're not going there.
But
Yeah.
And you said to me straight away, you can stop after season 5.
Yes, just stop.
And I barely got into season 7, and it was good.
Mm.
It was good. It was good, and I did enjoy watching it. There were some moments I was watching it like this because I'm a wimp.
Oh, there's some genuinely creepy moments in it, yeah.
But yeah, it's very much a you show to me, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much. That's why Alex came second at Christmas. To be fair, Alex beat me at Christmas.
He did. He got me a very small but very nice Impala.
Yeah, but what did he write on the?
He says, "I told you I would get you one," because he said I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to get you a '67 Chevy Impala, and he did. He got me a little Impala.
And he picked that before I picked that video present.
The Git.
He's had it hidden in his bedroom for months and months, and every time he went in to try and reorganise the bedroom, we'd panic because I don't even know where he was hiding it.
Do you think that might have something to do with the reason why I bought him a £60 game? Maybe he's working some subconscious crap on me. I don't know.
But we are both very much one of the, when a show starts dragging, we feel like it's dragging out. We've learnt to go, no, we're done. When we got together, we would watch everything to the end. We'll just keep going and going because we felt we were obligated, and we have turned some stuff. That was, let's say, Supernatural was the only one you can stop after that. Yeah. Everything else we had to watch, and now we realise there's much more to life than watching shitty shows. Haven't we?
Yeah, we if we don't like something, we will stop. We will just stop. We've done it with films, haven't we?
Very few.
Very few.
Sometimes we just watch them because we have to, but there's only been a couple we have stopped, and some we should have stopped.
Oh God, absolutely. Crank 2. Oh, Crank 2. Crank 2 was terrible.
Crank 2. And then, yeah. But anyway, that's
yeah.
the whole other rant.
Absolutely.
So
season 15 felt like they retconned their story every episode. Yeah, exactly. They were just so self-referential and just it was ridiculous. I recently finished watching only 5 seasons of Supernatural. Jolly good. Tetrarch, that's the CW effect. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It definitely became a kind of like an episode of the OC, didn't it?
One Tree Hill. Still know how to make him do that.
No. Cheesy. More cheese than an American cheeseburger. You guys are mumble rappers. Mumble rappers?
Don't know. Don't ever getting the words wrong.
Oh yeah, we mumble all the time.
Yeah.
I mumble my way through my life. But you know that. How long have you been watching?
We were talking about Harry Potter, I saw.
Yes, might be controversial, and I do agree with this, but I've always hated Harry Potter. I think it's shite.
Our kids would kill you.
Our kids would definitely take objection to that opinion. But I personally, I'm not a massive Harry Potter fan either. I can watch the films, and they're somewhat mildly entertaining.
We never finished them either.
But we never.
But that was for very different reasons.
That was for a very different reason we won't go into. But yeah, I hated the books when they first came out too. I did not read them. I only watched season 15 for moral support for a friend who was reviewing it. Oh, bless you. You're kind of a veteran of that, aren't you?
But Harry Potter, I mean, obviously I was, when they were, like a year younger than all the actors and that. So it was my generation. That was meant to be ours. Then I then went to Lord of the Rings. And I got to... I didn't... Who, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the children hates him, but I don't know why.
Because I said I think Harry Potter's shite.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched one recently. I was like, oh God, they really couldn't act, could they? And at the time, if you were of that age, of the age I was, that was our generation. Unless you went to Lord of the Rings like me.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Looking at it as an adult, the lessons in it are shit. They are really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. It's great. There's lovely little world, and it brings a lot of. Some people love it, Some people hate Lord of the Rings, and they deserve to be shot. But
the wife, sorry.
Don't know. It's clearly got that magic. I think because it's still even now got in our kids' school when they are in what we know as year 5. I don't know what that translates into American school years. I think it's 4th grade in America.
Possibly.
I think they're a year behind us on things. It's literally the subject for a whole school year is Harry Potter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's literally in our educational system around our area. I did love it at the time, and then I fell out of love with it. I think by the end of the 4th, I think I was done.
I think it's like a lot of things. It's all age-related perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big problems is the age-related perspective.
How much stuff have I watched recently? Gone, oh my god, oh dear, no, I still love it, and then
Oh my
god, that's really bad.
that hasn't aged well.
Yeah, when you look at it from those, and
well, I mean, this would sort of segue neatly into another comment, but I'm a huge fan of the film Event Horizon. I think Event Horizon is possibly one of the greatest films I grew up with. I loved it. I used to watch it almost every day. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it was the kind of urban legends and the stuff that came up with, Event Horizon. And the fact that they had all the lost footage from Event Horizon, which was just absolutely, it was cut from the film because it was just too much, and I'd love to have seen it. And then they put all that footage that was taken out of the film, or the raw footage, and stuck the films and stored them in a salt mine, and it degraded the films to a point where we'll never know what was filmed. And if you had seen Event Horizon, you'd have known why the stuff was removed, because it was pretty extreme what you were seeing, and to make it even worse. But the whole point of me bringing up Event Horizon is the director Paul W.S. Anderson. And as Paige will know, I don't like Paul W.S. Anderson because he Resident Evil. Yeah, there we go. Paul
never say names to me. It does that.
Paul W.S. Anderson. I actually couldn't refer to him as Paul Wankstein Anderson because he is a complete tosser who destroyed Resident Evil in the movie sense. Not by any means solely responsible for it. Mila Jovovich had something to do with it. But the Resident Evil films weren't about anything Resident Evil. They were just a chance for him to obviously take a wife because he married her, had many children with her, and then he just put her in every film and made her the focal point of the story. What the hell is going on there? Bobbin says, have you both watched the Resident Evil films and games, or is that still a rich thing? I think it's still a rich thing.
I watched one film, bit of one film.
You didn't see the latest one, the Raccoon City one?
But I've watched you play all the games.
You've watched me play all the games and then some.
I watched play one.
Yes, you did. We actually
3 years ago.
Live stream on that.
3 years ago.
I don't think that's on the channel.
Not on this channel. This channel don't
it's
think
on the other channel. Yeah, this was my.
I tried.
Channel. Yes, got wifey playing Resident Evil, the Resident Evil remake, and I went through a massive long phase, didn't I, of playing Resident Evil late at night while we were in bed, and you just fell asleep to Resident Evil. And there was a time when she says, will you please just play Resident Evil and not this, or not watch this, because I need to get to sleep. Because it used to send her to sleep.
Yes. Not in a bad way, not because I hated it, or
it was just soothing.
Or it was boring.
It was like white noise.
Yeah, it became so familiar that it was safe in a very odd way. I don't like that they've changed the merchant in the latest game. That made me cry because I loved the original merchant.
Oh, she loved the accent.
I do. And speaking of accents, can we go to
yes, I'm just
that message there? Cause
let me just read Zell's. Get your kids into Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond E. Feist, David Eddings, and Anne McCaffrey. They're better fantasy writers. Potter is just a rip-off of The Worst Witch.
You are definitely missing an author there in that list, by the way. Absolutely missing an author there.
Which one?
Terry Pratchett.
Oh, Terry Pratchett. Well, it goes without saying, I suppose. Marcin. I'm not doing the last name.
Oh, is it my turn?
Martin, a bit off topic, but your wife, greetings, has a different accent. As a foreigner, it's a bit challenging for me to understand her. Could you tell me where exactly you both come from?
You're easier.
Leicester.
Where's that?
Centre of the country. It's actually known as the Midlands, and Leicester is where I was born.
In England.
In
England. See, now,
UK.
I was born in Leicester. Just around the age of 1, I was up in Scotland for about a year, maybe less. Then I was down in what's lovely Devon, which is the southwest.
You take over. I'm going to go for a break. No.
So it's southwest of the country. Bit of that farmer pirate accent that people get familiar with. They use a lot of that.
The Somerset one.
Yeah, but a little more, but slightly different. Wow. I spent a good few years there. Then I spent 8 years in what's a place called Oxfordshire. So you may have heard of like Oxford University. I was very posh. It was bastard, glass, grass,
Bath,
and I still slip into that now and then.
So does your son.
And so does my son, but he never lived there. In fact, Emily, our daughter, does it too. And then early teens, came back to Leicester. So I've got this really weird mix of several and none. Nobody can ever place me at all. I've definitely gone a lot more common than I was 20 years ago. I also talk very, very quickly. And I do try and slow down, but people in my own country struggle with me sometimes. I'm riddled with anxiety and really bad at socialising and constant fear of saying the wrong thing, which happens quite easily. I say something and I mean it one way, but most people will turn it completely different and normally much more negative.
And what do we call those, my wifey dearest person?
Paigeisms.
That was in my wedding speech as well.
So I do apologise for anyone who's struggling to understand me. I promise I will not be here every stream.
Apologise for the bluntness as well, dear. They need
I
to
never
know.
apologise for the bluntness.
You're telling me.
You have to learn to get used to that.
Yeah.
So yes, I come from everywhere and nowhere. I am a military child, to be honest. It's probably the best way to sum that up was
A
in the
rough
military.
rat.
Yes, yeah. So, and I go see a friend who I count as like a big sister. I'll go sit with her for a day and have a completely new accent from somewhere I never lived.
Yep.
It's very weird.
It's quite jarring for me as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, well answered. Nice.
I know, sorry. There you go. Just to know a bit more about me, you know. Let's get back to this.
I think the movies are really bad.
We're back to Resident Evil.
I believe so.
Okay.
Some of them work due to their trashy charm, but they don't have the Resident Evil feel to it. Well, I think he just went off on a tangent with the Resident Evil films that he made, and then someone came along and said, okay, I'm going to do a proper Resident Evil film. It's going to look like the games, and it's going to be as close to Resident Evil as I can make it. So then he made Leon Hispanic, and Jill Black, and Wesker a bit of an idiot. And Leon a bit of an idiot as well, and Claire was the kick-ass badass, and even Chris Redfield was just a complete and utter tit. And that was a terrible, terrible film, which I did kind of on my channel make a video where I said, please just give it a chance. It might be terrible, it might be good, but let's give it a chance. And that video did not age well. I think that's set to private now. Can you guess why? Bobbins, that's in my top 5 favourite films. Event Horizon. Yes, it's a great film. I think you'll like it if you watched it. But there are... I mean, it's tame stuff by now. It goes by in a flash, so you don't really see anything too much. Unless you hit pause, like I used to with the VHS, because I wanted to see every scene. Event Horizon was one of my favourites, says Clayton. They used some of the horror footage in the Voyager episode. Yes, they did. That was Random Thoughts, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was Random Thoughts, where B'Elanna instigates a telepathic thought of violence on a peaceful culture, and it reveals this black market of negative thoughts. And one of the things that was shared, is some of the Event Horizon scenes. So that was really good. It had nothing to do with the fact that they were both owned by Paramount, of course. They're going to remake it to PG-13. I hope not. No, please don't. Please don't. Just leave it. Event Horizon is a cult classic. My favourite film of all time is possibly Time Bandits. I don't remember Time Bandits.
I've heard of it, but I don't know it.
I've heard of it. I've probably seen it, but I don't know. I don't like Paul Anderson either. Why did he do that to Resident Evil? I have no idea. Because he said he was a fan of Resident Evil, and he just didn't. Oh, he butchered it.
I often don't trust people who say they're fans of something to then do something with it.
Destroys
Like it's saying you're a fan doesn't. Yeah.
I'm a fan. He literally turned around in an interview and said, "I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil, so I went to Capcom and they decided to make." And they said, "Oh yes, you can make these films." And I thought, "Oh, I'm going to make them so true to the game by introducing a new character." Setting it before even the mansion incident, or it was the mansion incident. Then made it about the Red Queen, which had nothing to do with Resident Evil whatsoever. Did the laser room, and yeah, it was shockingly bad. And the acting I thought was terrible. Mila Jovovich I thought was terrible, which is a shame because in The Fifth Element I quite liked her. I can't understand why. Resident Evil is one thing, but how can you mess up a Doom as a movie? Just bring the guns, the monsters, one-man army, let's go, yeah. Yeah. There's a low-budget film in the 80s called Troll, yes, that has a boy named Harry Potter who became a wizard in an apartment plagued with magic.
Really?
You couldn't make it up, could you?
Really?
Oh, we got to look into this.
I need to look into this. Absolutely.
We can do a collaboration on a YouTube video on it. You're right, how can I forget Pratchett? I've got nearly all of his books. Forgive me, Danger Man's boss.
Oh, I like that.
The problem is, you're probably right. I think we share equal footing in the legs of the trousers of the relationship, wouldn't you?
So I work at a school, and I was in the library the other day when we finished. And a staff member came in looking for books for her daughter, and believe me, I was like, okay, age and what do they like? I literally went, right, here we go, to the P's, to Mr. Pratchett. I was like, here, take this one and this one. If she doesn't like it, sell it on Etsy because you made her. I will, I kind of, yeah. So, yes, Pratchett all the way. BBC the other year did an adaptation. Yeah, never ever watching that. They put electricity in it. Like, they all had electrical street lights and things. I went, not even watching it.
Nah.
But has been some wonderful, like, TV adaptations, though, I must say. Very hard to get hands on, though. I've wanted to go in Postal again. I haven't seen that for many a year. But yes, Pratchett, carry on.
No, that's really good. And we got a conversation going on here about Troll 2, Goblins. It has also had to do with plants and slime, stuff like that. Very funny for sure, but only if you like real trash.
God, if you are watching, please take note of this bit and see what you can get us.
Not supposed to say things like that. They'll wonder where we get it from.
He's God, he can get anything.
He's God. He is God. Oh. I meant what I said. When I put a request in, it's going to be there's going to be a narrative behind it. Every time. But yes, they didn't treat the Resident Evil films very well, and God knows what that TV show on Netflix was all about. No idea, and I felt so bad that it was what's his name, Lance Reddick. It was Lance Reddick's sort of last thing, really, wasn't it?
Him.
Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick.
Oddly enough, I only really know him.
As stated in the film Troll 2. No. I've got the 2 Discworld animated movies in a DVD box set,
Nice.
as well as the Soul Music soundtrack on CD.
Oh. See, Terry Pratchett is often... I don't get much chance to read. Too many kids. Too much working full time and
Yeah, but you
household
can go
to,
through a book in an afternoon,
I mean,
woman.
it's what I take on holiday. And soul music was one I took on holiday. I sat there on a beach with my kind of head in a tent, just reading that. It's still got the sand in it, I think.
Yes.
I do love a good Terry
You
Pratchett book.
did bring some sand back with you.
I always do. But yeah, I love Terry Pratchett.
She does. She absolutely loves
Which
Terry
could bring us to Good Omens.
if you want to talk about Good Omens,
I
talk
mean,
about Good Omens.
oh, Discworld Games, only ever played one. I was little, I don't know what it was called or anything about it. Love to find it again. God, educate me. But yes, anyone a fan of Good Omens? With David Tennant and Michael Sheen? I don't do actors' names, so I could be horribly wrong.
David Tennant is in it, yes.
Yes, no, it's the other one I'm thinking of. Have I got it right? Michael Sheen. Is that his name? The Welsh dude?
Yes, it is Michael Sheen. Is it Michael Sheen?
She's going to Google it.
I shall Google.
He shall Google. That's normally my job.
Let me Google.
But that's
You
I liked.
speak,
For
I'll Google.
adaptations from books, that was a very good one, and I think obviously Neil Gaiman worked a lot on it. And yes, you had to miss bits out, and I can see where and why. But that is one of those rarities of good book.
Michael Sheen.
Thank you. Yay. Yeah, book to screen. Very good adaptation. No, I'm wondering where the third one's going to go, because apparently we're getting the third and final season. Bit unsure, but I think Mr. Patchett would have approved. Stuck on the list.
It's stuck on the list.
Stuck on the list. Watch it. Telling you now, watch it.
I love the book Good Omens, but the series was okay.
Only okay? I really liked it.
I've not watched it. I've seen bits of it. It's sort of one of those shows where I leave Paige to it, and I'll go and do something else, or I'll just be sitting there in the background. It's not. I find this with shows because you're doing Lucifer right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And when I'm seeing a show where I haven't seen the first, yes, boss. When I haven't seen the first episode or even the first series, and I'm just watching it, my brain switches off completely to it, and I cannot.
Which
pick
it
it
should.
up.
You have to watch Good Omens from the start to the end. It's not one of those you could pick up in the middle. You have to watch it.
Exactly.
And it is definitely worth watching, in my opinion.
I had to step away from a bit reading through the chat to try and catch up.
Good luck.
Bless you, Tetrock.
We're going back to Resident Evil now.
Did you ever see the videos the original Wesker voice actor put out with him voicing Wesker in the remake? No, I didn't. I know that he does have his own YouTube channel with his son, and they both play Resident Evil together. The voice of the original Wesker. Yeah, I forget what his name is. It's a really peculiar name. It's quite a funny name. But he is brilliant with his lad, and his lad can't get enough of him, actually. The fact that he played Wesker is really good. So it's a hard book to adapt, and I think they did an okay job. I just prefer the book.
Well, as you should, because books should always be preferred, in all honesty.
You love the books, don't you? You love books on anything.
Well, true. But, say, as adaptations go, it's definitely one of the top.
Yeah.
So, two different topics going on there.
Oh,
like our normal
it
conversations.
jumps around because people are leaving their comments, and some people are fast typers, some people are slow typers like me. Some people completely. I genuinely, but this phone, it's way too big. This phone I got is way too big. It's massive, and I can't type with it or anything because I keep missing keys.
I'm not going to lie though, I'm getting absolutely exhausted and a headache.
You are. Yeah.
I don't last long. I'm normally in bed by this time, which for us is about 8:30 at night.
Yeah, so
I really don't last long. I have a lot going on.
I would say in that case, can you do 15 minutes?
I can do 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We're going to do a 15-minute call to end of bar, because the missus is getting tired. But I'll be back before I go back to work. I think I'm going to do another stream before I go back to work.
Now he tells me.
At some point. I'm not going to drag you on that one too.
No, I know.
No.
I just get banned from my bedroom.
You don't get banished.
I have to stay downstairs out the way.
It just means you if you fall asleep, you occasionally get woken up by me laughing. And
That happens anyway.
I'm not that bad.
Okay, so you mentioned Lucifer then.
Yes.
So our son has watched it, and decided that's a show he wanted to introduce me to. We have not finished it, so no spoilers, because I won't tell you how far I've got, because I have a tendency to forget myself, because we're just watching it. So, any Lucifer fans? I'm just very curious, because no one else seems to see it.
Are there, so when you get the chance, watch
Uh-huh.
them. Okay.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Hold on, favourite Discworld novel? No. I don't have a favourite. I no. I hate you so much because now I want to read them. I absolutely hate you. No, I can't say I have a favourite. The one I've struggled most with was Witches Abroad. I've never managed to finish it, and I don't know why. But I mean, soul music is definitely up there. But they all are. I don't know, can't answer. I sit on the fence a lot. I just go, no. Say things, no.
Have you seen Stranger Things? Yes, I have. I love Stranger Things. Paige won't watch it because it's scary. And jumpy.
I don't do that.
And awkward. The first series, we don't... But generally speaking, we don't like anything with missing or kidnapped children. Because we're parents and it creeps the fuck out. But Stranger Things, made me feel so much tension. It was fantastic. I love Stranger Things and I can't wait for the final season. That's also on my list. Watch Stranger Things. If you haven't watched it, watch Stranger Things. It's a great show. And it's kind of nostalgic, especially for those who were born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, that sort of thing. So that was really, really cool. And plus, Winona Ryder, she's still got it, hasn't she? I own one Terry Pratchett book, The Last Warrior.
Interesting one to have. That's really random. Like, not a normal... Oh, Weird Sisters.
That is a super chat, by the way. We have a super chat from Zell. Thank you very much for that.
You.
That is very kind of you. Thank you.
Weird Sisters. That's awesome.
Weird
book.
Sisters. Yeah. This is where I'm
you got no idea what it is, and I want to read it.
Not a clue.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Here's for a lovely stream, mate. You really don't need to, but thank you so much for that. That is just amazing.
This is just us being us.
This is just us being us. Yes, we are just being us. This is pretty much us day to day when we're not completely ignoring each other because we've got other things to get on with.
Though we do fall out sometimes when we have these kind of conversations.
Oh yeah, massively, because I can't take anyone else's opinion on board.
No, we can't.
No, I think when I'm angry about something, I just want to be irrationally angry about it and think about it later. But I can't talk to you about this stuff because you are a rational person and you make me rationalise it before I'm ready. If that makes any sense.
It does.
It does.
But
yeah, she's well aware of that as well.
My brain doesn't stop them. My brain has to say it. Like I said, kids with ADHD and one with something else, and totally there somewhere in this brain, and it doesn't. But yeah. Rambling. I'm so tired.
The Orville.
Let's move to
great.
the Orville.
The Orville.
Thank you, Sree.
Absolutely fantastic place to move on to. The Orville is superb. I don't care what people say. I don't care if people say it's trying to be Star Trek. I don't care. They're good.
Do you know what? I always think of the Orville. So I take two of the kids to a zoo on Friday. Often do it this time of year. I don't know why. And I always have that Orville episode in my head.
Oh, the one with the
where they put
them
in the zoo, and go well, and so that always ends up in my head when I go because it's stuck there now. It's forever associated with when I go, which says a lot for one episode to stick so deeply in my head.
Yeah,
of anything really.
The last season was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was superb. Every episode was very well written and very well structured, and it made me. Every episode made me sort of stop and think. There's one, especially with the Gordon one, where he gets sent back in time and lives another life.
Oh,
stupendous
that
was.
cry.
Yeah, I watched it again the other day and I burst into tears like a big baby because it was such a and so well acted as well. It really is superb. Zell, I've said it before, I'll always support grassroots creators because I am one myself. Well, I've got to... I'm alright to share the link with the wife to your music, see what she thinks, because she's quite a savant at rock and stuff like that. Savant.
Oh, yes, please.
She likes to sort of bop along to a lot of that type of music. So much better than new track. Bop. I've seen you bop. You definitely bop.
Okay.
See? Bopping!
Anyway.
You're like one of the bobbleheads.
I feel like you insulted me there.
That's not an insult. Trust me. I like bobbleheads. Well, you are a hobbit.
I am a hobbit.
Poisoned dwarf hobbit.
Oh, the best insult ever had in my life. It was from my ex-husband.
Yeah.
You know, we shouldn't speak, talk about him, but oh well. Best insult ever is I'm a poison dwarf.
Poisoned dwarf.
I love it. One day I will get it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Fuck, and one day I may just get it tattooed on me somewhere. Just to really confuse
Poisoned
people when I'm old. If I ever get old and have to be looked after, they will wonder what the fuck has happened to me to put that on my body. Best insult ever, poison dwarf.
This person is one of the most incredible people I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm not bigging her up because she's my wife and all that stuff. I'm not doing it. It's genuinely. She's one of the most incredible people I've ever met in my life. She is kind, she is warm, she is caring. She is. She may not think it, but she is. She's mildly psychotic at times, but what do you do? She is incredible. Absolutely incredible, and someone had the audacity to call her a poison dwarf, so now she just fucking owns it, and that's just beautiful to me. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Love it.
Back to the Orville.
Back to the Orville. It really is superb. So much better than Neutrek. Yes, it is superb and so much better than Neutrek. I love the fact that I can close my eyes watching the Orville and imagine it's on the bridge of a galaxy class, and it works. It's the Star Trek we deserve. And this is the whole point where I made that little ranty video from my live stream where I basically said, will you a message to all the new Trek writers and creators, and the people who own Star Trek as an IP. Just go to Seth MacFarlane, beg your forgiveness, get him on board, and pull in all the original Star Trek alum and save Star Trek. Because right now we don't have Star Trek, we have the Orville, which is, I think, better than it's not better than classic Trek, but it's certainly its spiritual successor.
It made you want a human lady and a robot.
Yeah.
To be in love.
Yeah.
Not even a human-looking robot. It's not like they made him look like some really hot dude. He is, faceless. And, he's just eyes.
Isaac, yeah.
Isaac just has eyes. And yet somehow they made you want this poor single mum and this robot. What the fuck is that? How did they manage it?
I thought it was weird. When we first started watching it, I genuinely thought it was weird. And I thought, Star Trek covers weird, but this is a little too weird. And then by the end of season 3, when it got I was just like, oh, come on, this is brilliant.
Two?
Season 3.
Was there 3? Oh, God,
it
I'm
was
so behind.
3.
I literally know nothing, people.
Get Seth, yeah. No, the Orville, 100% get Seth. Yeah, just get him because he knows how to A, light a show, B, write a show, C, star in a show, D, direct a show, and E, he knows Star Trek. And he has passion for it. So why wouldn't you get someone on board that has passion for it? Everyone who was involved with New Trek hates Star Trek. They must hate Star Trek. So why wouldn't you get someone else in who loves it? Because they don't want to make decent Star Trek. They want to destroy Star Trek and remove what it means to people. A narcissist will always tell you that you're in the wrong. They're a bunch of narcissists. They say you never understood Star Trek. Excuse me, I've only been watching Star Trek since I was 5. And now I'm 40. And I haven't moved away from it.
I was about to correct you, but you are still 40.
I am still 40.
He's nearly 41. It's nearly his birthday.
I might. That's what I might do for my birthday. Actually, I might do a birthday stream. Just giving me the evils now. That's a really bad idea. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. That.
Don't do a birthday.
Don't do that.
Stream.
Don't do that. Do it the day after or something.
I'll do it the day before. Were we doing anything on the Friday?
No. Don't think so.
I don't know.
No, but nearly his birthday.
It is. I'm nearly 41.
Yes.
But hey ho.
He's old.
It's debatable. I'm not old. Happy early birthday. Bless you. Yeah, not until after the New Year.
You've got just over a week.
Is it just over a week?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't believe it.
Oh God, this man. I tell you, this man.
She loves me.
I also know him better than he knows himself.
Yeah. It's just over a week.
It's just over a week.
I tried denial, it didn't work.
Well, No, he will not tell me what he wants to do for his birthday.
I don't know what I want to do for
I
my
need to
birthday.
know a meal option. I need to know a cake option. I need to know how we're going to spend the day because it's a Saturday. And he can't give me an answer. So please, people, tell him he needs to answer me what the hell we do for
I'll
his
tell you
freaking
what,
birthday.
I don't know. Do it on Twitch and do it in your birthday suit.
You don't want that.
You don't
You
want
don't
that.
want that.
You don't want that. I don't want that.
Do you know how pale it is under there? Like, I know he looks very red in the face and like there's some colour involved, but seriously, he took his shirt off. It's the beacons are lit. The Gondor calls for aid. I tell you, like
It's literally like this.
you look slightly like Tony Stark then, and then you went.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there we go.
So
That works. That really works. I can play Tony Stark.
So please, people, get him to
don't
tell me
know
what he
what to
wants
do.
to do.
I don't
Exactly.
know.
We have.
I don't
we've got all
really do much for
children.
my birthday.
You know, we've got the children. They want to celebrate. I need help here. Like, I know I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have a think about it. Anyway. People who hated Trek got control of Trek and turned it down someone who wanted to make more of what they hated. Thankfully, he had the resources and clout to make it anyway. Yeah, he did. He just went to Fox, didn't he? And just went, I want to make a Star Trek show because they've told me I can't make a Star Trek show. Would you please let me make a Star Trek show? And they went, ching, 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 and suddenly, yeah, he was able to make a Star Trek show.
I went to Clayton's comment.
I'm getting there. I'm not reading it yet.
Sorry, I jumped.
Ooh, birthday stream, do it on Twitch for your birthday suit. I'm not doing that. Twitch does not want to see that. I may end up owing them money. Just continue claiming to celebrate your 29th birthday. I could. I don't like to live in denial, but occasionally it is quite
Your 30th
nice.
was a good one.
30th was a good one. 40th was a great one. Does Siddiq Ed? Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
can
getting
you say his
tired.
name?
Does Siddiq
Dr.
El
Bashir- Dr. Bashir?
Fadil
Is that the
live
right
in the
one?
UK? Go crash his place for your birthday and live stream it.
Find us an address.
Live stream with Dr. Bashir. Yeah, why not? If Dr. Bashir wants to come and live stream, but I'm not going to him. He can come to me. It's my birthday.
Oh, okay. We'll go. We just need an address. So find us an address. We'll go turn up at the door.
We'll just go turn up at Dr. Bashir's house.
It's my husband's birthday. 52.
It cost £3,000 to get a cameo.
For Christmas, I got him Garrick. Now we need Bashir.
Yeah, see if we can get him over. Why not? We'll find out if it's true. Oh God.
Leave it.
Yeah, not going there.
Not going there.
What time are we on now? 52. So we'll end it at 55. You okay with that? Oh my God, you're already on the street. Bless her, she's tired.
I'm really tired, and yes, this is this really stupidly bright light up here.
There is, yeah, it has
and
to
it's
be.
absolutely killing my head. But it's the only way to do it because the room we're in has almost no natural light whatsoever, and it is pitch black outside anyway.
We have one window.
It is absolutely killing my head.
Hence why I have the green mood
And,
lights.
Yeah.
It's green because we're happy.
So yeah, we've got
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to end the stream very soon. So say your final any final comments you want, any final questions for the wife. She's here for one day only.
One day only, am I?
This week.
Oh.
One night with Bashir stream. Oh yeah. One night with Bashir. Our man Bashir.
I think he'd be gentle.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You didn't see him in 24. He wasn't very gentle.
Well, I think as Bashir, he'd be very gentle and very thorough.
I'm not sure I want that. So, great stream, you two. Oh, bless you, Clayton. Thank you for all your help, sir. And everybody here, if you haven't gone to Clayton's channel, please go over there and hit that subscribe button. His growth is stupendous. He's doing so well with his channel. Please show your love for Clayton as well. If he does show up, press record and promise him half a super chat money. Yes, I will get Bashir on my stream and give him half my super chat money. It'll make it all worth it for him, absolutely, 100%, without question. You were in Game of Thrones, yeah? Do you want half my super chat money if you come on for an interview? But I don't know. Maybe you might do it. When will she be back?
Don't know.
Well,
it's difficult.
It's really
Tonight
difficult.
we were meant to be child free, which doesn't happen often. We've ended up with 2 still here, thankfully old enough to be downstairs on their own.
Yeah.
But if you want it, we will
Yep.
put something in at some
Absolutely.
point.
But we'll schedule it. We'll schedule it more than I schedule my streams. We'll schedule it for sure, because it's been a lot of fun. It has been fun.
Yes.
And bye from me and Zach. Oh, bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Zach.
Yeah, Zaggy. Brilliant stream to both of you. Thank you, Zell, and thank you for your kind super chat there. That was very, very nice of you. People don't have the super chat. A lot of the time, a super chat is to get your comments read out in people with, and you see it on the drinkers stream and all of that stuff. All these comments zipping by and people super chat them just to get their comment read out. But you guys don't need to do that because I read almost all your comments anyway. But thank you, Zell. I know it's to show your support, so I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to support the channel, there are other ways to do it. You can get other people to subscribe, share the channel if they think they're going to be interested. Thank you for coming on and doing live together. You're welcome, Spree. It's I have mentioned you to Paige a few times. She goes, "Who's Spree? Who's Spree?" So now she knows. Thank you for coming along and watching us. Bobbin's great fun stream. Thanks for watching, you guys. You really didn't need to, but thank you very much. You made this stream like getting acquainted with the neighbours we all wish we had. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Tetrog. It's
You
really
wouldn't
good.
want us as neighbours. I shout at the children a lot.
Yeah, this is why a lot of the time I go, what? I can't hear you. What? No, I'm just as bad, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's
we're good
lovely
too.
though.
Yeah.
It's nice to, I watch streams where I can. I don't have much time to do it. You often do it when I'm not home anyway.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see. So, I've lost my.
A little community. We've got a
It's
little
gone. My brain has
community
stopped.
here. And this is where, don't get me wrong, if the channel suddenly burst into millions of subscribers like the Drinker and stuff like that, if I got a video that was successful and it did that'd be great. But it wouldn't be a fun little community. It'll be equally fun and hateful at the same time, because you know what the internet's like. So I'm really happy that I've got subscribers that will come and watch a live stream, watch us prattle on, and have a bit of fun, have a laugh. And to feel that, like we're in the same room. It's really nice. It's really awesome. So yeah, brilliant. Enjoyed this stream together. Thank you so much. This entertained me while I worked. So thank you both. I'm just glad I'm working remotely today.
I hope you don't do anything like life or death.
You don't need to email it. It's fine. We're not going, what do you do for a living then? It's not anything like that. I'm glad you read the regular chat. I'm currently read. I'm tired too. The regular chat. I'm not currently set up to super chat. Oh, bless you, mate. You again. Nobody needs to. It's always nice to get that support. But you guys would be awesome neighbours. I can share my retro consoles, my books, and even my labradoodle with you guys. Or you can share it with me. Paige is allergic to dogs. Oh, and pet hair in general, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we have a tortoise.
We have a tortoise. We have UK Danger Tortoise. It's not
called-
called that. It is called
Grogu Garrett.
There you go. It's called. It is called. I call him Garrick for the most, or Grogs, Groggy Garrick. But yeah, we did have. Bless him, bless his little heart. We did have a leopard gecko, which was called Squishy Picard. He unfortunately passed away last year. He developed a tumour. There was nothing we could do for him, and he passed away. We were very sad.
Ended depressingly. Well done.
It's
been with me too long. Right, we're going.
Yes, we are.
I need painkillers.
I need a big fat cigarette. No. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for commenting. It's been an absolute blast.
Thank you for accepting me into your community.
Yeah.
I won't come too often, but I will come back. Like, this is his thing. I don't plan to take it over.
No. Although I'm reasonably certain you could. Not with Star Trek, but with other things. Yeah. But we won't get into that. We won't give you any ideas. So, yes, love to you all. Hope to see you very soon. I shall stream again before the 3rd. And I love you guys. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. You look after yourselves. It's bye-bye from me. It's bye-bye from her. And please look after yourselves. Love to you all.
Take care.